Don't kill me, man! Don't kill me! Don't kill me, man!
I'm not going to kill you. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to tell all your friends about me.
What are you?
I'm Batman.
That's right. On this episode of the Back to the Past podcast, we're going to learn more about 1989's version of Batman. Welcome back to the Back to the Past podcast, folks. Like I mentioned, we are going to be talking about Batman from 1989, starring Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson. Did I just violate Jack Nicholson's contract because he wanted to be top billing? I might have violated his contract.
You might have, yeah.
Sorry, Jack. So this is Kevin, joined by
Brad.
and
Justin.
sometimes we never know who's going to go next because I didn't look at anybody that
I'm also
time.
very tired today.
Right. Long week.
Yeah.
And we, again, are going to talk about the wonderful 1989 Michael Keaton-led, directed by Tim Burton, Batman. I mean, this is the Batman movie that brought Batman back to theaters. Actually, I think it's the first theatrical Batman.
And kind of back to the forefront of being serious with a superhero.
Yeah, and serious as Batman can be.
And dark.
Right, because we pretty much knew Batman. Most people's first exposure, if they didn't read the comic books, was Adam West. Wow.
Zowie.
Pow.
Biff.
No. Not that one. So this version of the Batman film was released by Warner Brothers on June the 25th, 1989. Made nearly $40.5 million on opening weekend on an estimated $35 million budget. Made $411.5 million worldwide, with $251.3 million of that being in the United States. And it was the highest grossing film in the United States for 1989, and only second to Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade worldwide that year.
It made its money back.
It made its money back and then some. It was the hit that they had hoped, and then some. Obviously, the merchandising tie-ins and everything else like that. Boy, they had a lot of marketing promotion behind this one in 1989.
Yep.
And a lot of it was like just the logo.
Mm-hmm.
Like bus stops and
Full
billboards.
black background, gold Batman logo.
Just
no
the
words.
symbols. Yep.
Yeah. In fact, even in, got to get my horror reference in, Friday the 13th Part 8, which came out that same year, there's a shot of Times Square in the movie, and you can see a full Batman symbol ad in the middle of Times Square in the movie.
Wow.
Go figure.
Well, and come to think of it, the only other film that comes to mind that I know has a very similar kind of print is Jurassic Park. Full black background, big red logo, Jurassic Park. That's it.
Very recognizable with the dinosaur skeleton. And,
Yep. You just need that symbol.
or the Ghostbusters logo.
Yeah.
Ah.
Another full black background.
We've done episodes on both.
Right.
Yes.
They sure have. So this Batman has 2 hours and 6 minutes of run time, and it was a 71% critic and 84% approval rating from the audience on Rotten Tomatoes with a 69 Metacritic score.
Nice.
And I would say, especially if you grew up in the 80s, this is most people's Batman. They don't like Christian Bale or any of the other choices. This is their Batman.
Yes.
Or even like like I like it, but this is like, wow, this is Batman. Because I know a few people that it's almost like a battle between Keaton versus Bale.
Yeah.
And nothing else even
Matters.
figures
Right.
into the, and it's like,
Yep.
we can like all of the things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For different reasons.
Yes.
Yeah, we typically forget George Clooney, Val Kilmer, and Ben Affleck.
There are reasons for that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to a point.
The one that I cannot forgive anyone forgetting is Kevin Conroy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you don't forget that one.
No,
to
no.
me,
That's like
that
forgetting
is
Mark
Batman.
Hamill.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking about the same subject matter,
true. Very true.
Yes. Speaking of Kevin Conroy, I do have to get this little tie-in out of the way. Back when we were doing baseball a few months ago, I mentioned when we were talking about Major League Two, and came up about Eric Bruscotter, who did Rube Baker. I mentioned he was in a show with Kevin Conroy, and I was going to tie in back then. I mentioned, oh yeah, that's going to come back in a later episode. Kevin
This is-
Conroy and them and him both starred in Tour of Duty in the late '80s for a while. And Kevin Conroy, it's another Batman.
Yep.
Huh.
Yeah, it takes a few months, but we get around to
Yeah. And I would
all the
say
red herrings.
Kevin Conroy, granted, yes, it was animated, so yes, it is only a voice, but to me, he is the voice of Batman.
And he's done it for so long.
Right.
He's still doing it.
I mean, that's like the voice of, Megatron or Optimus.
Yep. Frank Welker, Peter Cullen,
Yep.
Yeah.
respectively.
Mark Hamill is Joker. I mean, he's one of my favorite Jokers too.
Yep. He's,
It's so good.
he is the Joker to me.
Yeah.
And he's also still doing it.
Yep. Yeah, so as mentioned, this was directed by Tim Burton, who was fresh off Beetlejuice. And his other big credit for directing was Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Kind of a kid's film, kind of not.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe.
I would make that same argument for the show. Kind of a kid's show, kind of not.
Right. And so this was, obviously, this Batman was not the first time that Tim Burton and Michael Keaton worked together, because Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
which I think whenever they announced the casting of Michael Keaton as Batman and Bruce Wayne, they're like, wait a second. Keaton is more of a comedic
Yeah.
kind of guy. More
there
of a
seemed
funny
to
guy.
Be an uproar quite a bit.
Yeah.
Pre-internet, like cancel culture. This is the stupidest thing I ever heard. Why are you bringing this guy in? And I say with most things, I'm cautiously optimistic. Maybe it'll turn out okay.
I mean,
Most of the
this is-
time, it doesn't.
You're talking about Mr. Mom playing as the Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mr. Mom and what was it, Gung Ho with the Japanese automakers, something like that. He's running a factory or something like that.
Wow. I haven't
yeah.
thought about that for a while. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he goes.
That's going on my watch list.
Then he does Beetlejuice, obviously, which is a huge hit. Which again, we've done an episode on that, and then he gets pretty much the role of a lifetime as Batman. And as we've mentioned, he's kind of like he is everybody's big screen Batman. We'll say.
And the backlash wasn't too dissimilar to whenever Heath Ledger was cast as a Joker. Because there was a huge backlash there, too.
Yep.
You're going to cast that pretty boy from A Knight's Tale?
Right. And Brokeback Mountain.
Yeah, The Patriot? I'm like, what are you thinking?
Patriot's a great movie, though.
Well, yeah, but he's
I
the
know.
pretty boy.
Right. He's the pretty boy that kind of goes against his dad.
And oddly enough, both of those selections are some of the best.
Exactly.
Which I love that that happens, because it flies in the face of just making this decision based off of nothing. Oh, you cast him for this. Well, he can't act. Actors are they're one thing. That's it. That's all they can do.
Right. Yeah. Then you got Robin Williams, who could pretty much do anything. I mean, he did great.
I kind of argue that about. I always forget actors' names. Sorry. Revenant.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yes. I argue that about him. I know a lot of people don't like him, and that's fine. But I kind of feel like he can do just about anything.
He can do funny. He can do serious. I think.
You have a particular actor that comes to mind, or actress? I guess we just call them actors now. I don't know.
Right.
I'm always politically wrong. Just getting that out there.
We're working on it, though.
Yeah.
Nothing coming to mind.
I know I could.
I
but
probably-
at the moment the
Yeah.
brain is just.
Totally get it.
I mean, I can think of other actors from the past that it was hard for them to break into something else. Like Tom Hanks was
Yeah.
always in the comedic roles, and they're like, I want to do more serious things. And they're like, no, you can't. You're the funny guy. Mm-hmm. And then Philadelphia came out. It's
Yep.
like, oh my God, this guy's really good.
And
And
now
then Forrest
that's
Gump came out, and it's holy hell, he's really good.
Yep. And now it's about all he does is serious roles.
Yeah,
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I like him in
yeah.
serious roles.
I do too.
honestly, I mean, I love it, but I kind of want to see him do some of the comedic things again. I want
you
to
never
do
know.
him. I want to see him do, and I hate to say this because I'm never one of those like I want sequels and reboots, but I kind of want a sequel to The Burbs because he was great in that.
Yeah. We'll say it's probably something I've only seen once.
Oh, give it a watch. It's fantastic.
You know I haven't seen it.
Oh, I know. We will change that.
Oh, yeah. All right, so writing credits go to a variety of people, including Bob Kane, who obviously came up with characters for Batman, along with Bill Finger, who was a co-creator of Batman and passed away in 1974. But he didn't quite receive any credit acknowledgement until about 2016, and is the subject of a wonderful Hulu documentary called Batman and Bill that was released in 2017.
Excellent documentary.
It is a fantastic watch. So I was like, oh my God, really? They did that to him.
Most of it I already knew because
Right.
I'd been one of those people that had been pushing, because I found out like 10 years before that. In fact, it was right around the time I got out of college. I was reading up on it, and it just blew my mind. I thought, how can this be? And then, sure enough, eventually got his due. Way too late.
Right. Obviously.
40 years late.
Yeah, 42.
Well, 40 years after his death.
yeah.
Yeah.
Should have had it decades before then.
Right. It was also, the story and screenplay was done by Sam Hamm.
Sounds like a made-up name.
Sounds like Dr. Seuss level here.
It's like a name you make up when you're a kid and you get in trouble and you don't want to give them your real name. Sam Ham.
Because you saw a ham laying out on the table.
Yeah.
Then you're like, damn it, why did I say that?
Stupid. It's not even a real name.
And then we have Warren Scarron,
Sure.
screenplay, also
Sure.
screenplay writer. Produced by, again, a lot of producers involved in here. Peter Guber, we'll go with that. Barbara Kalish, associate producer. Chris Kenny was a co-producer. Benjamin Melnicker, executive producer. Man, I'm not doing good on names tonight. John Peters,
You're doing better than me.
Jon. Michael E. Uslan was an executive producer as well.
The infamous John Peters.
Right.
We'll get to him in a little bit.
Oh boy, I can't wait to see what you got for that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
But
And
then the wonderful music done by...
the iconic music that I don't think you can go to Six Flags and not hear this music. You can't go anywhere and think of Batman and not hear this tune.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pop in
like,
your head.
I would, and Tim Burton has said this himself, and I would agree because it's so, like, this music is basically a character of its own.
Yeah.
By Danny Elfman, who obviously has worked a lot with Tim Burton on Nightmare Before Christmas, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Corpse Bride. Probably he's also done stuff for The Simpsons.
I was going to say before that, the Talking Heads.
Oingo Boingo.
Oingo Boingo. That's I always get it mixed up.
He was in Oingo Boingo.
Yeah,
You don't
he's-
hear that band mentioned much anymore.
No.
He
sadly.
has a hell of a
But you hear that band, and you hear some little bits of his music.
You can tell that he was in there.
Yeah. So good.
Yeah, what a
Not to forget
soundtrack.
music by Prince,
Yeah,
We'll get to that.
which we'll get to.
Yeah. That's one of those questions.
Since we brought up producers and music, Prince fits right in the middle of that because
Yeah.
he's tied into all of that.
he's an artistic, creative genius. But these pieces of work makes you wonder what was really going on. To me, as mentioned, Michael Keaton stars. Well, I guess we again don't want to violate Jack Nicholson's contract here. Jack Nicholson stars as the Joker and Jack Napier. Michael Keaton gets second billing. Batman, Bruce Wayne. Kim Basinger, Vicky Vale.
Even though Vicky Vale in the comics was a redhead. Just throwing that out there.
And we'll get to her character later. Just
Oh, yeah.
Robert Wool, Alexander Knox.
I love Robert Wool.
I do too.
In everything.
He's just such a fun, happy-go-lucky kind of character.
And pretty much he only plays that one character in everything, but it's great.
Yep. Bull Durham, obviously.
Arliss.
Cobb.
Yeah, yeah.
Plays Elston. He's just,
Yeah.
he's just good. Pat Hingle is Commissioner Gordon. Billy D. Williams, Lando Calrissian, is Harvey Dent.
The Colt 45 guy.
Yeah. Michael.
Goff.
Okay, good.
Yes. Who Hammer horror fans will know him from, I think he was in Horror of Dracula, the first Dracula movie they did. He was also in an old Doctor Who episode that's completely lost.
Really?
The Celestial Toy Maker from William Hartnell's era. The entire 6 episodes are lost.
That's a shame.
Yep. One of those many sad BBC stories.
So Michael Goff plays Alfred, who
Was in all 4 of
yeah,
the Batman movies.
right, and
In the 90s.
Yep.
Right.
Well, you know what I mean.
late 80s, early 90s.
Yes. And I think Pat Hingle was too.
Yeah, watching this film back, and I seen Alfred, and I'm looking at Michael, and I'm thinking, he looks like an older Mr. Rogers.
I can see that.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like- especially at the kitchen scene and stuff like that.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
He's kind of telling Vicky some of Bruce's childhood stories about riding horses and stuff like that.
Much to Bruce's chagrin.
Yeah. Then we've got Jack Palance playing Grissom.
He's wonderful in this.
Yeah, obviously one of his later roles. I think one of his last ones was it City Slickers 2 or 1?
He was in both.
Okay.
Because in the second one, he played as Curly's brother, twin brother.
Right.
But I loved his character in the second one is just so goofy. I love it.
And we've got Miss Mick Jagger, Jerry Hall playing Alicia. And now this name obviously is not a big thing, but Rachel Ryan, just because they have a picture of her on IMDb, you think, oh, I want to see what's interesting about this person. So she plays Amanda Keeler, which again, even in the movie, I don't know who the hell that is.
That was one of the 2 models that were killed
Oh,
and
okay.
had their faces on the news broadcast.
Okay.
Candy Walker and Amanda Keeler.
Okay.
Sad that I remember that.
In an uncredited role, but she was an adult actress who was also in a relationship with both Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson, and had been married from 1992 to 1993 to Richard Mulligan, who was best known for his roles on Soap and Empty Nest.
I remember. Oh, I used to love Empty Nest when I was a kid.
Yep. Yeah, which was a spin-off of Golden Girls.
Really?
Yeah, Richard Mulligan, I always liked him as an actor. Just, you saw him, you knew what you were going to get. Just his role on Soap was great. Working with Billy Crystal and the rest of the cast, Robert Guillaume, and I cannot think of Catherine Hellman. played Mona on Who's the
Oh,
Boss?
yeah.
The sex addict grandma.
Yeah.
Mona.
Perfect name for that.
Yep. Mona. Yeah, a little sex addict. Yeah, so I mean, that's obviously there's a whole bunch of other characters and
Yeah, like Bob the Goon.
Yeah.
I never remember what his name is, but I always loved Bob in this.
which is Jack's kind of right hand guy.
Yeah. Which I think in real life he was one of Jack Nicholson's friends, which is part of the reason he got hired.
Rumor has it he wouldn't do the film unless he got his friend in.
That would make sense.
So that I found that interesting when doing a little diving in on the research.
Yeah.
I remember in whenever Cinemassacre was doing their rental reviews, which they just recently stopped doing. They hit 100 episodes and was like, we're done. But in the background on the wall, they had an in the package Bob the Goon action figure. And I always saw that and I thought, of course, of all the figures to have, Bob.
Yep, Bob the Goon. This was actually the 50th year of Batman, because Batman, what was it, Detective Comics?
I think it's Detective Comics number 27, I want to say. I think it was May of 1939.
Wow. Long time ago.
Yeah.
So we're coming up on, I guess we're just 19 years away from 100.
Yeah.
That's wild to think about.
It's sobering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, dang, it's been around a long time. And this was actually filmed at Pinewood Studios.
That blew my mind.
Yeah, yes, the Star Wars one. From October 10th of 1988 to Valentine's Day of 1989, with 80 days of main shooting and 86 days of second unit shooting due to the room constraint at the Warner Brothers lot.
That's a lot of days of shooting.
Yeah, it is. Well, we'll get into probably more of why that was in a bit.
Yeah.
So this was actually, at the time, the largest film ever filmed in England's history, which
Was the 35 million budget that we talked about earlier, which would translate to about 71 million today, which,
that's still a small budget for a superhero movie.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know if you could do it in that way, because just makeup and, I don't know, I guess it just depends on what effects you're going with.
The effects,
So
and
much
the
special
salaries. Mm-hmm.
There was a 51-acre backlot for the Gotham City set.
That's a big set.
It is. Yeah.
I was watching some Tim Burton interviews last night, and he mentioned that there wasn't like a reason, like a economic reason for filming it over there. It was more they had the space, they needed the space, and nobody was using the space. That was pretty much the only reason they did it.
That makes sense. I mean, again,
It wasn't cheaper to film there. It was just,
no, yeah.
we need the space.
Yeah, again, Warner Brothers just doesn't have the space. Plain and simple.
Yeah.
And they needed that big, drawn-out space, so there we go.
And for some reason, I didn't realize it was shot over there. I thought it was shot here.
So did I.
I had no
you would
idea.
think.
Yeah.
I mean, it would make sense, but go where the space is. Go where you can get it done.
Yeah.
Well, and I would even argue that's a lot of the reason why Hollywood doesn't have as many movies shot there anymore. I mean, really, not a lot. What, you see them in Georgia?
Well, Georgia, it's because of the tax breaks.
Right.
Oh.
Georgia's very...
So it's money driven.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Whenever you see it Georgia filmed, it's money driven. Yeah.
Well, gotta find a way to get them there, I guess.
Money
now,
talks.
Toronto, I don't know what the deal is with Toronto. 'Cause
It's
a lot of
cheaper than New York.
Toronto and Vancouver. You see all those two a lot. And
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Cheaper than New York?
It could. Well, now that you mention it, Friday the 13th Part 8, which was supposed to take place in New York, there's, I think, 2 or 3 scenes that are filmed in New York.
What about Short Circuit 2?
The rest of the New York shots are filmed in alleys in Vancouver.
Yeah.
So
Short Circuit 2.
Wow.
Another example.
there's that too.
Yeah, a movie is supposed to take place in New York, filmed primarily in Vancouver. About as
Escape
far
from
away
New
as-
York
about as far
was
away as you
partially
get.
filmed in St. Louis.
Right.
Oh, with Kurt Russell.
Yeah.
Which the building that was it burned down or what happens?
I don't remember which building it is in the movie.
There's a
But
specific
there is
building.
a specific building.
And it's great importance to us here, St. Louisans, as you grab your beverage of choice. It's Schlafly's building,
the tap room.
the tap room.
Yeah.
Their original location, 1991, is when they opened.
Yep.
Wow.
So,
Yeah, so it was about 10 years before that.
and it sat abandoned ever since, and they decided that's where they were going to do their brewery.
Nice.
Because they wanted that post-apocalypse rundown. There was the fire on the riverfront, which was perfect. Mm-hmm. So they paid like the city over in East St. Louis to shut the power down. And they were like, okay, sure. Give us some money. We'll do anything you want.
Right. Yeah.
They bought a bridge over the Mississippi for like a few days and then sold it back.
Wow.
They like bought it for like $1 and then sold it back for $1.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, there's some wild stories with that one.
You do what you got to do to get these films made.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, there was a lot of discussion on trying to get we'll say back in 1989, a modern day Batman. There was no big screen version. There was, Superman with Christopher Reeve came out years ago.
Oh, at that
prior to
point, they'd
this.
had 4 Superman movies.
True. Yeah, they did all of them.
Yeah.
Even the one with Richard Pryor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is that 3 or 4?
3.
Oh boy.
4 was the, what was that dude's name? Atomic Man or something?
I don't know.
It was a canon film. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
That should say everything.
Yeah, they knew how well that, especially the first Superman did, that they wanted to try to replicate that in a more, homage to the comics, and get away from the campy, bubbly, funny,
For kids only, kind of.
Batman with Adam West, and so
Because if you weren't in comics, all you thought of, the public consciousness was Adam West. It wasn't, because the comics had been dark and gritty
yeah,
for a little while in there. The 80s was definitely reinventing that darker, grittier, meaner tone.
I mean, this is the Dark Knight, so
The Dark Knight, Frank Miller's The Dark Knight Returns came out a few years before this, and then The Killing Joke came out like the year before this. And I mean, 2 of the darkest portrayals up to that point. And it's like, we're going to go this way. In fact, if I remember correctly, Tim Burton wasn't a reader of comics, and neither was any of them. They all liked Batman. That was like their favorite character, but they weren't readers. So in their research, they were given like The Killing Joke and Dark Knight Returns and some of those new gritty, dark things. And Tim Burton was like, this is excellent. So whenever he was going around trying to like secure funding and get this, he would hand it out and say, this is what I want it to look like. This is what I want to do. So he was actually using the newer comics to sell it.
yeah,
At the time, yeah.
It worked.
yeah, it worked, and it gave obviously audiences what they were wanting, because it was very successful.
Yeah.
Again, previous Batman movie ideas were supposed to have Robin in it. So, Batman, Robin, that's what most people know. They almost got Bill Murray to play Batman in a earlier iteration.
That's strange.
And what's even more stranger is the potential of Eddie Murphy as Robin.
Now we're going more Adam West again.
Yeah.
To me,
that's what I hear hearing those names.
Oh, when I hear it, to me, that screams, yeah, but it also screams producers running amok.
Yeah.
I have this idea of selling tickets. Let's do this because this is going to make money. And
Big
it's like,
names.
yeah, but that's weird.
Yeah. Eddie Murphy as Robin? No.
Maybe.
No.
Maybe not Eddie Murphy.
And in the Tim Burton interview, he did mention it for the first movie. He really pushed hard not to have Robin because he felt we're introducing Batman essentially. We're trying to get into his psyche and try to understand his psychology just a little bit. We don't need to have 2 characters where we're doing that with. But he also admitted he wasn't sure how to figure out someone's psyche who runs around in red-colored tights and bright colors and
Right, yellow
barely
and
hiding their
green and-
identity. And he's like, I'm having enough on my hands to figure out a man who dresses like a bat.
Right.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tim Burton got the green light to be director. He was actually brought on as director in 1986, so this is even before Beetlejuice. And the success of Beetlejuice is what really gave him the green light. Okay, all right, you've done a pretty good sized movie. It did very well. It's
Yeah,
yours.
you've
Do
proven
it.
yourself.
Do it.
Go for it.
And the success of Pee-wee's Big Adventure, as we mentioned before, is also mentioned when Michael Keaton was cast as Bruce Wayne. It was not exactly the most popular move with potential fans, just due to his comedic background. And there was over 50,000 protest letters sent to the WB offices.
Back whenever you wanted to protest something,
You
you
wrote a
had to
letter.
very actively take the initiative.
You had to have some want to.
Yeah, you had to write out the letter, then address it, then mail it, pay for the stamp. That takes some effort.
Are you saying you can't just jump on a magical device and shout into the void?
Yeah, you can't just scream onto Twitter to the void and hope that somebody will see it.
Yeah, tag their social media team and
Right.
hope that they report it back to, we're getting a lot of bad feedback on this
Yeah.
decision.
I think the big difference, though, depending on how big the outlash would be, is it would actually have that effect to change something. I mean, hate to say it, but like, look at some of the new Star Wars films and how they turned out. They got some backlash. It seems like they changed some things, and then we ended up where we were, and then it wasn't great.
Right.
That pendulum swung back and forth pretty far on those.
Yeah, it did. Do not want.
Yes, it did. I'm going to jump down one little notch here because then we will follow up with this. That Jack Nicholson getting cast as the Joker actually helped cement the film as a more serious film than a comedy. Just because knowing how, he could be funny, granted, but
The Shining.
right, the seriousness of just the craziness of what he did and
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Yep,
Yeah.
you're right.
Yeah, he's not known for his comedic roles so much.
No, he's got some funny ones.
He's got some funny moments, and he's got some funny roles, especially more recently. But yeah, he's pretty intense.
Yeah. Speaking of being intense and Jack Nicholson and making the Joker's face what it was, turns out Jack Nicholson is allergic to what they call spirit gum, which is an alcohol-based like adhesive that they would use.
for prosthetics and stuff.
Yeah.
It was used for many decades.
And
Jack
he-
Pierce in the 30s was using it on Frankenstein and all the monster movies.
Yeah,
Just
and
curl
it,
off.
it just turns out he can't use it because he's allergic to it. So they had to use this 355 silicone adhesive instead. But that other part in the movie, which, if you guys remember, he has the white face because that's how it
Right.
was stained from his accident. Obviously, it's makeup. But then he puts the layer of flesh color over the obviously white makeup. That sounds like a nightmare to try to figure out, but they
Right.
did.
Right.
Every time I see it, it blows my mind.
Yep, and it is all full real effects. So
Especially whenever he starts wiping it off and you see the white under.
what they did
amazing.
is they layered it. This is, I'm a paint guy, so this got me really all, whoa, that's cool. They used Pax paint, which is an acrylic-based paint, really hard to kind of get off just normally, like soap water kind of thing. Then they sprayed a layer of like this food-grade silicone oil.
Like vegetable oil?
Kind of,
Like
yeah.
I take avocado oil and spray my grill down so
Right.
the meat don't stick?
But silicone-based.
Okay.
Then they like would take the sponge and dab the flesh color, and it was like this grease paint, so that kind of would stick and adhere to the silicone a little bit. Well, kind of. They said, and they also used the airbrush for the makeup just to kind of fill anything in that didn't get filled in. Once this process was done, he could not touch his face, though, because it would immediately wipe off.
All right, so none of this. My gosh, it's getting warm in here. Oh, damn it. Cut. Jack.
Up.
But yeah, that whole process for just that one, to make that scene actually happen, you got to think today, one of two things is happening. They figure it out or they cut it from the movie. Figured it out, and it's a really cool effect.
Yeah.
I think it's an underappreciated effect.
One of
moment.
those movie magic moments that we don't get too often anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
It's all CGI.
That's your movie magic. Unless you're Christopher Nolan.
Oh, gosh. Yeah. Yeah, Robin Williams was actually offered and he even reportedly accepted the role of Joker because Nicholson kind of hesitated about the role, even though he reported later that he's a big Joker fan.
Yeah, which I don't buy.
I don't either because
I wonder if that's due to try to getting his friend in the movie. Which is rumored.
That could have been.
It's possible.
Yeah.
That could have been that there was a hold up. Say, hey, my buddy here needs to play Bob the Goon.
Yeah,
So,
I only heard that one source, so I don't know how substantial that rumor is.
That is mentioned in the IMDb trivia for it. So
okay.
yeah,
Might have some merit.
it might be. Yeah.
yeah. And then when the studio went back to Nicholson to say, hey, Robin Williams really wants this role, and he's pretty much going to accept it. So if you say no right now, he's going to be Joker. So that's apparently when Nicholson took the role, which then pissed Robin Williams off, and is why the Robin Williams repeatedly refused the role of the Riddler in Batman Forever and refused to be in any WB production until the studio apologized.
Yeah, he didn't like the idea of being used as bait.
Yep. Not a fan.
I can't say I would either.
Because apparently, from what I understand, they really had no intentions of having Robin Williams in that role. Like, they only wanted Nicholson. It was like Nicholson or just get Nicholson. Even if do whatever, get Nicholson. And it's like, well, let's toy with Williams. Yeah, I don't really blame him.
Yeah, also, Robin Williams seems like a pretty cool guy.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have wanted to do that to such a nice guy.
Right.
I think Robin Williams would have made a great Joker, though.
I'm curious what that would be like.
That alternate universe,
Yeah.
that sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Kind of like the Chris Farley Shrek. What that would have been
Right.
like.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm curious.
Yeah. What
My
could have
childhood could have been so much different.
been. Right. so much different. Jack Nicholson also getting cast as the Joker helps cement it, like I mentioned, as a more serious film. But when Nicholson actually took home $60 million for that role, just because he went for kind of like the Robert Downey Jr. mode of, I'll take a nice base pay, but I want a percentage of the gross of the film. And, of course, the merchandising percentages.
If you got
So
a good
he-
feeling, that's the way to go.
He struck a good deal.
Yeah, he
He's like,
did.
oh, you really want me in this movie? Here's what I want.
Wait till you get a load of me. But he did have a bunch of clauses in his contract, as kind of referenced a few times already, that he wanted to have top billing. He wanted to be the star of this film. And, well,
Even though the title is
Batman. It's not
Batman.
Joker.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not until...
interesting. Do you think it would have
2018?
had the same hit if it was called Joker with like some Joker symbol for marketing to drum up that excitement?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Because Batman at that time was the character that was in the public consciousness. And for most people, Joker was Cesar Romero's silly.
Goofy.
Yeah.
I mean, again, they were all the villains then were not even serious.
You're right.
It was just all comedy.
Yeah.
Now, fast forward like 30 years later, and we actually have a movie called Joker.
Right. Which is fantastic to me.
There are very few people I feel that can do that character very well. And Joaquin Phoenix did a very phenomenal job. I don't know if he's the best.
Yeah.
He's definitely top 3 in my book, but
Yeah. I mean, they said that he would only eat, roughly like an apple or something a day to lose so much weight. I've tried that diet method, but I fail after about 2 hours in the day.
Are you kidding? I look at a donut and I gain a pound.
So the apple diet don't work for me because I can't stick to it beyond a couple hours.
And then, like, you hear about all the diets of, like, oh, he smokes a pack a day and drinks black coffee all day long.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, and some of his other clauses was he would have to have his own shooting schedule, since he was kind of obviously a late night kind of guy, and would often fall asleep in the makeup chair while getting made up for his scenes on the day. And he also had to be off the shooting schedule when there were Los Angeles Lakers home basketball games.
He's one of those super fans who goes to every single game
Yep.
courtside and
Yep.
is obnoxious. And
Like Spike Lee for the Knicks, you've got Jack Nicholson for the Lakers.
I mean, from things that I have heard and seen, and the guy that I knew who was the driver out in LA, Nicholson's quite an asshole.
That's what I've heard too. Yeah.
You know, money does strange things to people.
He's just not very nice to people.
Well, I would imagine you've probably got to have a certain kind of personality to do the role in Cuckoo's Nest, Shining, Joker,
Yeah.
some of his other roles as well.
I would assume it would help.
Yeah. So
Is he playing himself or a character?
that's
That's
what
the
I'm saying.
question.
When you don't have to act, in quotes, it's hard to be as convincing.
Like, there's the one line where, and I forget what her name is, but the one model that Jack Napier's around, and she's like, "You look great in that suit," and he's like, "I didn't ask."
Right.
I don't think he's acting. I think
Yeah.
that's just him.
That's probably would have been his normal response.
Yeah.
Wendy, I'm not going to hurt you.
Ugh, yeah. So Sean Young, who's probably best known for Blade Runner, to me, was originally cast as Vicky Vale, but she got hurt riding horses prior to the start of filming.
Oh, man.
That's why you don't ride horses.
Nope.
I've ridden once. It was fun. Those animals terrify me.
I'm terrified of them as well.
They're, like you said, they are fun, but my goodness, if you're going for any extended period of time on a ride, oh goodness. Woo. You better have some extra padding. And that's not where my padding is on my body. Ugh. So people actually bought tickets to other films just to see the Batman trailer, just because of so much hype. And they weren't showing a lot of stuff until they hastily put together a trailer, which if you watch the trailer, you're like, this wasn't very well thought out.
Yeah, trailers for this are not good.
No, they're fucking horrible.
But you got to figure they had all that demand. There's no way for anyone to consume any kind of hype material behind it.
Yeah, no internet.
No internet.
It was 1989.
Not in the way we know it today, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Man, what a different time.
Oh, yeah.
Buying tickets just to see essentially what is a commercial.
Right, yeah. Because I think the trailer's, like 2 minutes, roughly?
Which is about average.
Yeah. And then to just get up and walk out.
That's amazing.
Yeah. What tickets back then? $4 or $5?
Probably.
Maybe not even that.
Yeah.
Depending on the theater.
Yeah, depending on theater and time of day you go see a matinee, probably $1 or $2.
Yeah.
Yeah, marketing material would go missing at bus stops, among other places, due to the high demand of the film. And the trailer, like I mentioned, was quickly thrown together to dispel rumors about production issues. Because, like we were saying, it was a long shoot. They get you questioning things. Like, my goodness, how long is it going to take to get this film done? With as long as it was in the works.
The other thing that Burton mentioned in his interview was he said that the other benefit of shooting over in England, which he didn't think of, was he didn't have to worry nearly as much about leaks.
Right, from U.S.
From
people.
Yeah, and the other thing is they didn't hear a lot of the negativity over the Keaton casting and people's questioning, oh, God, they're going to do the Batman movie. This is going to be crap.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they didn't hear any positive or negative press because it's England. Nobody cared.
Right.
Yeah.
They didn't know they were filming it.
Right. It would have been a lot more expensive to make those phone calls to say, hey, Tim, not getting a lot of good feedback on the Keaton casting.
Yeah.
Yeah, the trailer was actually, like you mentioned, was very popular and ended up being bootlegged at comic conventions leading up to the release of the film.
I'm not too surprised about that.
Right.
That sounds about accurate.
Imagine going into a comic convention, spending $5-10 for a 2-minute video clip for a movie trailer. I mean, I don't know how much they would charge for the VHS, but that was, VHS tapes were, especially on film, were not cheap.
Well, you get a big old pack of them, and
Big old pack of 10.
with like as small as you can go on the tape. I don't know, 30 minutes or whatever that would have been.
Yeah, that's true.
You usually didn't see too many of those, though.
No. Yeah. I mean, and as expected, if you were wearing a bat suit, I can imagine it's probably not too easy to hear while you're in costume.
From what I understand, he couldn't hear at all.
That's a yikes.
Yeah.
Of course, he also couldn't turn his head.
Uh,
Couldn't really move a whole lot.
Are you saying that they referenced that in The Dark Knight? I'd like to turn my head more, Alfred.
Yes, that's yes.
Guess it would have been Fox, but it's fine.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I do like this, that Michael Keaton convinced Tim Burton to help or to let him use a different voice level, to go a little deeper when he was Batman as opposed to when he was Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne, I'm just going to use my regular voice. When I'm Batman, I'm going to use my deeper octave.
From what I understand, this is the first time that was done. Because I've seen both 40s serials and, of course, the 60s show and the 60s movie. And yeah, no, this is it.
Yeah,
I've heard some of the radio dramas, and it's the same dude, clearly.
And Christian Bale just added a little more gravel to it
Right.
because he's trying to be scarier, I guess.
Right.
And then also helped with Kevin Conroy because he did that same thing. And because they weren't sure which way they were going to go with it on there. And they're like, well, Michael Keaton did 2 movies where he's, I'm Bruce Wayne, I'm Batman. And so we should do that too. And they're like, oh, yeah, it's a great idea.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense.
It makes sense.
If you're trying to hide your identity, you can't just put a pair of glasses on.
What are you trying to say? That's not a viable disguise?
Or like
Kevin
Robin.
Smith said it best. He said, for a Pulitzer Prize winning journalist, she can't figure out that a dude's disguise is taking off his glasses.
Yeah.
And she's around him every day.
Right.
Come on.
Around, quote unquote, both of them.
Yeah. Like, come on now.
You know what? You smell an awful lot like my coworker. Obviously, if you're Clark Kent, maybe you got a little cologne on or aftershave in the morning, and if you see him a little bit later in the day, it's like, I don't see Clark, but you sure do smell an awful lot like him, Superman.
That's why I always get annoyed when I see any kind of Superman thing and they draw attention to why is it whenever Superman's here and there's action happening, Clark is never around. That always bothers me. I'm like, deep down, subconsciously, just,
Fucking do the math.
Like
Don't
we
do
do-
this Common Core
like,
stuff.
I get that you're doing this for laughs, but you sound really stupid and you're intelligent journalist people.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's different like Spider-Man. Peter Parker, not in costume. Not fully made up. You see Spider-Man, same build, same voice.
But completely covered.
Right. Mm-hmm. So, again, Spider-Man probably could have went with a different kind of voice, which Tom Holland, I like in his Spider-Man films. He kind of tries to do that a little bit, screwing around. I'm Spider-Man. Stop. Stop with that.
Well, and he has moments whenever the shit's hitting the fan, like he actually sounds more professional and serious,
Yep.
which is totally different from his scared of his own shadow,
Right.
real life.
Now, I do like that kind of help lead, future Batman to go with a different range. Does it make sense?
I agree.
Yeah.
It's the one superhero that you can kind of see actually being real. And not to say that, all superheroes need to be real to be fun, because that's not the case. I mean, Spider-Man's fun. And he's not, that's not,
Yeah, just a kid.
yeah. So, I don't know. I always preferred Batman myself, so it's just nice that that's one of those little things that they did.
I always preferred it because it's you almost have to invent weaknesses for a lot of the superheroes because it's
Like a green rock.
if
You can tell we're not fond of Superman here.
Oh, I like Superman.
or if you're Green Lantern, which I like Green
Do you?
Lantern, but
I do.
yellow is a weakness. Like
All right, so the complete opposite of Superman.
You know,
which
we
Superman's
orbit
powered by
a
the
yellow
sun.
star.
Yeah.
it's just I like that it's a guy.
Yeah.
It's not this dude that can punch through a building.
Right.
In fact, my preference of Batman isn't all the technology; it's the detective figuring things out. Like, there's a reason they called him, all those detective names for so many decades because
He's
he was a
highly
smart
intelligent.
dude,
Yeah.
and he had to figure stuff out. And yeah, he had his equipment, but it was in service to his brains.
And not
I think
the
that's
other way
kind of
around.
gotten a little lost in the
Yeah.
last couple decades with all the technology.
People tend to forget that the technology isn't the brain part.
Yeah.
It's the one using it.
So,
And if you're doing, all this magic computer stuff, I mean, that essentially is a superpower. I want you to be able to pick up clues like you're the Hardy Boys.
Or like Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah.
right. So back to Superman for a moment. Brad, you should really like Superman because he's all about that solar power and he's powered by vitamin D with the sun.
yeah.
I mean, he's fully powered up in the daytime and he charges throughout the day.
Yeah, you would
so he
think,
could
in
fight
theory.
at night and stuff like that.
On paper, it sounds...
that's solar power right
you know
there,
what?
man.
No battery backup. You're effed. It's nighttime.
That's right.
So would you be more inclined to like Batman or Superman if it was like the 40s Superman where it literally was a dude who couldn't fly? He could just like jump really high over buildings. He could like lift cars, but he couldn't like spin the world backwards and go through time.
Yeah, that sounds a little...
He would duck whenever guns were thrown at him.
Right.
Instead of just standing there while he got shot.
Yeah, because he was like a Superman. It was to me he was like more equivalent to like Captain America. He was like man, just like on a super level. He wasn't like basically a god, which is
Like-
kind of what he's turned into.
Like Captain
Right.
Marvel.
Correct.
essentially, yeah.
Yeah. She started out normal, then she got thrown through the black, whatever that solar flare, whatever the hell that was, and that's where she got her powers.
I want those powers.
You just want to be able to fly all over the place.
That would be pretty cool.
I don't want to wait for SpaceX to go to space.
I'm going myself.
Right.
Screw you guys. I'm going to space.
Speaking of space, Billy D. Williams was bought out of his original contact clause to reprise his role as Harvey Dent in Batman Forever, since Warner Brothers actually preferred Tommy Lee Jones for that role. Williams did, however, reprise the role in the Lego Batman movie.
Because originally he was supposed to make the change in the Two-Face in Batman Returns, but they nixed that idea
Right.
and then cut him from the movie.
So I know, obviously, he had a couple episodes, couple Star Wars movie run in Empire and Return of the Jedi. But after that, it's like, what?
Colt 45 commercials.
Okay.
He did a bunch of those.
So that was his that was his next gig. He didn't.
I know he did stuff in between there, but I couldn't tell you a single one.
All right.
I always forget about the Colt 45, but whenever I watch those compilation videos, every once in a while he'll pop up and I think, oh my God, that's right.
Lando.
Oh, Lando, you're selling malt liquor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it makes you wonder, it's like, what was the reasoning for? I mean, I'm still trying to figure out why he was cast as Harvey Dent in the first place, and having such a small role, knowing how kind of big a character.
Well, they were intentionally trying to make a franchise with characters to transfer over into the sequels, and he was going to be one of those who was going to transition. But whenever it came time to do the second one, all kinds of behind the scenes shenanigans happened, and they ended up cutting his character because it was just too many main characters.
You're right. When you're bringing in Danny DeVito as Penguin and Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman, and then you've still got to have another.
Yeah, it's pretty crowded.
Yeah.
And they also wanted to bring Robin in for the second one too, and it's nope, there's too much going on.
Ooh. Shades of Spider-Man 3.
I was going to say, might have worked for the third one if he would have gotten a chance to make that movie.
Yeah, if you continued on with Burton and the Vision.
What a different universe that would have been.
But if you look behind the scenes on all four of those movies, there is so much producer interference going on.
I bet.
That it's just, there's no way they were going to be
Oh, sure. You
connected.
got a young kid making movies again. All the fingers are going to be in the pies on that one.
Yeah, I would imagine there was just something like that with Batman. You cannot have too many hard-headed people that want to do it their way.
And Burton even mentioned that. He said, we had script problems. He said, we had a script that everyone liked. And then it turned into everyone kind of wants to do it a different way. And it just kind of turned into one of those, there's too many cooks in the kitchen. And things just fell apart very quickly. And somehow you just have to do the best you can and try to get something that's cohesive.
Yeah.
At least they did in this case.
Yeah.
A lot of movies can't.
Don't.
Right. Tim Burton says he liked his movie, but said the movie as a whole is kind of boring to him, and that it was just more really of a cultural phenomenon.
Yeah, he's notorious for not watching movies he's done for a long time after he does them.
I can see that.
And part
Yeah.
of it's just the emotional drain and the
Yeah.
physical drain of making it. It's too fresh and painful in a way.
Yeah, it's like, my God, this was a pain in the ass to put together. I don't want to watch that now.
Yeah, and so he said that it takes him years before he actually watches his movies again. And by then he can kind of relive the good moments of those movies. But he said it does take a while. And I gather this one was definitely one that took a while.
So he's not like Christopher Nolan in that he'll watch clip of his movie and clip of his movie and clips and clips and clips till he gets right where he wants it to be.
Apparently Nicholson, though, loved his performance in this movie, and apparently for years would watch it once a week.
Wow.
Nicholson would watch this movie?
Yeah.
Reportedly.
Supposedly.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Allegedly.
allegedly he would watch the movie once a week for a few years because he thought his performance was so amazing.
Well, I would guess he'd have time.
Part of that makes sense because he thinks he's
Sure.
amazing.
Yeah. Well, I was just thinking, though, it's like, if he's going to these Lakers basketball game, dealing with the traffic in Los Angeles, he's got time to probably on the commute there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, well, I was about to say, it would make sense that he's not driving himself, but on the other hand, my one friend that drove the limo out there said that there was one time I can't remember if he was picking someone up, or I think he was picking someone up, and Nicholson flew in his little red sports car and cut him off and
Of course it's red.
just parked in front of him and blocked him and ran in, and he's like, I got it, and he goes, and just left his car there. Thanks, Jack.
Huh. Okay. And Tim Burton supposedly also did not originally like the songs by Prince that were used in the film.
Can't imagine why.
Fair enough.
Allegedly,
Oh, I love that word.
the Prince songs were chosen by producers
Ah.
because reasons that I don't fully understand. there supposedly there's
This is what the kids listen to.
yeah.
Right.
Supposedly one producer in particular, I don't know if it's true or not, but if you know anything about this producer, it would not be a surprise. Supposedly one producer in particular, it was his idea. I don't know if that's true or not. But that's the same producer that Kevin Smith loves to talk about, where he talks about whenever they were going to make the Superman movie.
This Mr. Peters.
Yep. They're going to make the Superman movie. And he wanted to make the Superman movie with Superman not wearing a cape, not wearing that outfit, and not able to fly. He also wanted a giant spider in it.
Oh. Yeah, because I remember there was such a big spider villain.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
that's right. There's not.
the movie ended up not happening.
Thank goodness.
And Kevin Smith he's told the story many times, but he said that about a year or two later, he's in the theater watching Wild Wild West,
Will Smith?
and the giant spider shows up, and he said, "Oh my God,
He got a spider.
he got his damn spider," because he's the main producer of that.
Huh.
Yeah, he's apparently notorious for his harebrained ideas and, we'll put this in there because this is what I want to see in there. Yeah, but that doesn't make any sense for the movie. Apparently in that Superman movie, he also wanted to have Brainiac show up in the Fortress of Solitude with Superman not there, but you have to have an action beat every 10 minutes. And so he wanted to have an action scene in the Fortress of Solitude. And he's like, but there's nobody there. And he says, well, we'll have Superman's guards. And he goes, he doesn't have guards. It's the Fortress of Solitude.
Right. Where you're by yourself.
And he's like, well, it's in the Arctic, right? And he goes, yeah. And he says, well, aren't there polar bears up there? He's like, you want Brainiac to fight polar bears? And he goes, well, yeah. And he said he'll get attacked by a couple of polar bears and he'll kill one of them and the other one will run away because we don't want to anger the PETA people.
No.
And so it's like, yeah, have him fight polar bears. And he goes, but you want Brainiac to fight polar bears? And he goes, do you know anything about polar bears? And Kevin Smith's like, no. And they're the most vicious killer on the face of the earth.
Ooh.
He's like, this guy's a psychopath.
Yeah. I'll remember that.
I believe that title goes to people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, if you ever look up any stories about John Peters, interesting fella.
Apparently.
And apparently he was the main driving force of this movie, so it wouldn't be surprised that the Prince idea was his.
Yeah.
It's a strange one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes me want to go back and look at the balloons in the parade to see if any were spiders.
Somehow I don't think they are, but there are some strange balloons.
He could have got a spider there.
It wouldn't be too surprising.
Right. All right. We're going to go ahead and take our first commercial break, and we hope you enjoy one of these retro Batman commercials. We'll be back in just a few moments.
Right now at Taco Bell, you can collect free Batman cups, like a free Batmobile cup. Or a free Batwing cup. 4 cups in all, free, with free refills and free cinnamon twists every time you buy a 32-ounce drink at Taco Bell.
I want you to tell all your friends about me. I'm Batman.
All right, back to our Batman episode. One other little thing I did want to throw in here, too, about Billy D. Williams and Harvey Dent was that reportedly Don Johnson, Dale Midkiff, and William Peterson were considered for the role of Harvey Dent. A little interesting. I mean, when you look later at Dark Knight, you've got, what's his name, Aaron Eckhart, that plays Harvey Dent, Two-Face. I mean, that would have been Don Knotts, who I think would have been kind of perfect. Kind of a pretty boy. He's doing the Miami Vice thing. He's kind of like the it guy. Then. So
I could totally see it.
yeah, it would have been a nice role. And I wonder if that would have happened, would they have still had Don Johnson instead of Tommy Lee Jones for Batman Forever? or was it Forever or
Yeah.
okay? I get it confused.
So I kind of do too.
Yeah.
Don't feel bad.
Of course, on that front, you're talking about Joel Schumacher taking over, and who knows what kind of silly shenanigans. It's definitely not that serious anymore.
No, that's for another episode.
Yeah,
What is that, April Fool's?
Right.
maybe.
So, Brad, you're a car guy.
I am a little bit of a car guy.
One of the most iconic things about this version of Batman is the Batmobile.
It's very iconic.
Yeah.
Funny thing about that is the headlights, of all things, of all the cars that it could have come from, Honda Civic. They just turned them upside down to
That
give them
blows
more of
my
a
mind.
defining feature. I thought that was super fascinating.
Yeah.
And the little like gas cap, that silver cap that you would see, I would say more prevalent in like the 60s, kind of 70s, was actually off of a double-decker bus.
Like a
A
European
petrol
kind of-
bus. Petrobus.
Oh.
And then
One thing real quick on the headlights, because weren't the headlights like too bright or something, so they wanted to kind of
no, he
dim them
wanted
down?
more of a yellow tint to them.
Okay.
So instead of the bright white that you would normally get, he wanted like that yellow, like that emblem yellow.
Mm-hmm.
So they just painted it yellow.
Put like a yellow film or something over.
They literally painted it.
There you go.
Looks good on film.
Yeah,
It does.
exactly.
Looks great.
But along with that, they've got that big afterburner on the back, which
Right.
was, as you could guess, looked straight off of a jet.
Yeah.
I mean,
Which is an homage to the 60s Batmobile.
Right, the
where it
original
had that-
Batmobile.
Yeah, but it looked way cooler than the 60s one.
Right.
but due to the shape of that afterburner, they wanted taillights that were circular, which in the 80s there are not a lot.
No.
I don't know if you know. They're all rectangles. So they had to go to Ferrari for that one.
Nice.
Called them up and like, hey, we need some taillights. And they said, okay.
Yep.
But
Didn't I
they're-
read that the frame is a Corvette?
Ooh.
I thought I
Wouldn't
read
surprise
somewhere
me.
that the base frame of it was based on a Corvette.
Yeah,
chassis.
that wouldn't surprise me. But I don't remember that
no.
part.
Yeah, I can't remember if it was that one or whatever they did for the most recent Christian Bale Batmobile.
That one is part tank and part
tank.
Lamborghini.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the
I
sport.
That
love
one's
to
its
talk
own
about that
animal.
one.
Okay. I mean, I love this version of the Batmobile. It's just very sleek.
Very iconic. I think in the time that I grew up, it's definitely one of my favorite. But I'm gonna be honest, I love the Tumbler, especially after learning what it's made of.
Yeah.
Two coolest things on the planet, other than Tesla.
Right. Which, speaking of Tesla, I mean, with this version of the Batmobile that we're talking about, it's got voice commands. He can ask it to come to him. He can tell it to stop. He's got his little remote that he holds.
The shields.
Only they
Yep,
knew.
the shields. Yeah.
If only they knew.
Yeah. He's just buzzing down the back roads going to the Bat Cave, and Vicky's sitting next to him.
I mean, you could put a Falcon rocket on it, right?
Right, yeah.
I love this car.
Mm-hmm.
It just looks
So cool.
I don't know what it is about it, because it should be too cartoony. Because it should be, but it's not.
I think it's kind of cartoony when he does call the shields up. Then it
Part
really,
of that's the CG's just so
Right.
god awful.
It's just, it looks so rough when it's doing that.
I think the base car, though, by itself isn't. And the reason I say that, because you have the cars around that time that would get those stupid, like, V10, V12, V16, or whatever motors. Like, Cadillac would do, like, a V16 back in the day. So you'd get this really long front end because they didn't know how to stack motors, like, in the W form. They just had the
Right.
V. And, so yeah, you'd get that long front end, so that makes sense to me. If you got a Batmobile and it's as fast as it appears to be, yeah, you'd have a long front end.
How about that thing in the phallic looking thing in the middle of the front,
It's
Yeah.
that intake.
which turns out to be, I guess, the ball bomb thing in the factory when it like pushes out the ball and then it just drops and then the factory explodes.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I don't remember that scene.
You don't
I
remember
watched
that?
it a couple days ago. I don't really
Oh yeah,
remember that much.
it drives into the Axis Chemicals and they're like shooting at it and
Right,
then
it's just driving through. There's
it's just
flames
driving
going
through,
everywhere.
right, and then it stops and then like the
That
middle-
little nubbin.
the little nub, like
Yeah.
it's like a little ball that pushes out and then just drops, and you hear it drop, and then it goes to outside, and then the plant blows up, and then it drives out in the flames.
So what you're telling me is the Batmobile drives in and poops out a little ball from
Yep.
its mouth.
Yep,
And then drives away.
yep, and
Great.
he's not driving it.
Right, because
He's not in the car. He's voice commanding it, which I don't know. I find that
A little
because that's
cartoony.
after he finds out what's creating all the chemicals. Like they're making
Right.
it there, so he goes and blows it up, and then peace out.
Yeah. I mean, I will say it is nice that his version of Tesla summon, the car goes a little faster than
Yeah,
a Tesla car just creeping through a parking lot like a pedophile. Looking for
Like a
victim
pedo
or something.
van.
Yeah.
Got some candy.
the pedo bear is on the lookout.
Oh, Pedo Bear. That's one of the funniest little cartoon things I've ever seen.
Kind of messed up.
Right.
Also kind of funny.
Yeah.
Part
We
of
have
its
dark
charm.
minds here.
Yes.
Yeah. And I know, yes, well, most of the stuff we talk about is Hollywood related, so that's a different discussion. But no, I also like the fact that apparently the designers forgot to build the design with a door, so the car didn't have any doors.
Yeah.
So that's when they came out with that idea to just slide the top open to the forward.
Hey.
So they could just hop in and out.
There you go.
Yeah. They ripped that off from the Harrier jet design where it doesn't open straight up, it just like slides back. They're like, but I think that's part of what also makes it pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they didn't want like your 60s Batmobile, which as of this point, that's all people knew,
Right.
Yep.
All open air.
which was all open air. And it's, what was that, a Lincoln, I think?
That one I don't remember.
Something.
Something like that.
But it was like one of those future cars that they just adapted into the Batmobile. But, it's just like a regular car with some decals and you just hop in and out. But it's like we want something dark and menacing and fast. And
I mean, they
we have no
essentially
door.
they essentially designed it after a jet, kind of.
Right. It's a jet with wheels.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at the front end, it kind of does look like the front end of a plane motor.
It looks like it's that intake for that air for that giant jet engine he has in the
Right.
back. That's what I always thought it was.
Right. That's what it looks like.
Which we haven't mentioned the Batwing.
Right.
I mean, the two of them look very similar,
Yep.
Makes sense.
even to the fact that they have the little fins in the back for both of them.
Now I could have swore that they made a toy back then that you could kind of clip them together and it becomes the Batwing. Am I making that up in my head?
And for some reason, I'm thinking you're right. I just don't know if it was made for this particular movie
that could
merchandising
be.
tie-in
Yeah,
or not. 'cause
might
I
have been later.
thought there was something.
Or
I don't know.
Yeah. The dark painting that the Joker likes in the museum is Figure with Meat by Francis Bacon.
What a great title.
Yeah, Figure with Meat.
I kind of like this one, Bob. Leave it.
also the fact that it's called The Figure with Meat by Francis Bacon.
Yeah, isn't that great?
Again, made up names.
Yeah.
Francis
It
Bacon.
makes
Are you
itself.
kidding me? God, why did I say that?
I read something that in the novelization of the movie, they explain why he likes the painting. Something about when he sees it, what he sees in his head, the connection he has with it. But I don't need to know any of that. I just love that it's a dark, messed up looking painting that looks kind of frightening. And now this is beautiful to me. Don't destroy this.
This one speaks to me.
Yeah. I mean, they have the Rembrandt where they put the handprints all over, the famous Washington painting where they spray paint the dollar sign on it.
Now, the Batmobile, this one was built on the chassis of a Chevy Impala.
Aha.
Well, it's Chevy at least.
Yeah, you're getting there.
Halfway there.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. Yeah, art director Terry Ackland Snow is the one who added the headlights of a Honda Civic to the vehicle after noticing them on his wife's car. Guess he liked the design of them so much, we'll just go with that. Probably a lot cheaper than getting the taillights from Ferrari.
Yeah, about $1,000 a piece or something crazy.
Yeah, this was actually something else that I did notice when I was watching, and I couldn't remember because I didn't want to just rewind just to verify, but I did see that.
And I didn't notice this till you pointed it out, Justin.
Well, this is, I don't know if this is what you're thinking of, but towards the beginning of the film, when Knox gets he enters the press room and is handed a sketch of Batman because he's the one that's kind of like taking this upon himself to research and try to figure this Batman stuff out. Someone hands him a sketch of a Batman, and
bat
it's
in a
actually
pinstripe
signed.
suit.
Yeah, it's actually signed by Bob Kane
Yeah. Originally, Bob Kane was supposed to make a cameo
in the film.
and hand it to him.
Oh, that would have
But
been
apparently he was sick that day and they couldn't redo that day's shooting.
Ooh,
So
that
he
stinks.
was cut out of it. But
good. Wow, that could have been like a Stan Lee moment there.
yeah, it was supposed to be.
Wow.
But yeah, it's very prominent and has this Bob Kane in the way that he signs it. Yeah, that's a pretty neat little Easter egg.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, apparently Kim Basinger was the original choice to play Vicky Vale, but her agents wouldn't let producer John Peters meet with her unless he made her an offer. So she ended up being busy. And that's when Sean Young got brought on, but broke her collarbone.
Oh,
While practicing horseback riding for a scene set on the grounds of Wayne Manor. So there's a little more detail into why she was riding horses. It's going to be for a scene. And so she gets hurt practicing for one of her scenes for this role. And they were able to bring Basinger in 1 week before the commencement of filming.
the one that we hired to do that scene, she got hurt. Let's just cut that scene. We don't want anyone getting hurt on our movie.
Right, because I don't recall there being any horse riding in
No.
this film.
No. That sounds like a Back to the Future kind of thing.
Right.
Let's go ride horses.
Yeah, like you mentioned, I believe Vicky Vale was supposed to be a redhead she was in the comics, apparently. So, obviously, Kim Basinger has blonde hair. So,
Little different.
but according to Bob Kane, Vale was supposed to be blonde in the comics, and her hair came out red due to a coloring error in her first appearance. So,
Yeah,
it was a
that's-
printing error.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a printing error, and then they just kept doing it.
Yeah, it's like,
Oops.
which I guess kind of makes sense. It's like, you get the first copy, you're like all excited to look through it, and you're like, the fuck, she's got red hair. What's this? Well, what do you want to do with the second issue? Well, I guess she's a fucking redhead now.
Yeah. Unlike the Hulk, which apparently the first time it got printed, but I think the first few he was printed in gray instead of green
Right,
because of a printing error.
Oops.
But they were like, no, it has to be green.
right. He's green.
Part of the point.
That's the point. He's supposed to be green.
Yeah. No. So many fun things, and then so many scenes with this, with different funny quotes and things like that. Whenever you're first introduced to Batman, there's those two guys, the two thugs, we'll just say, they're on top of the building counting their money after robbing the family.
Which, at the first viewing, you think is the retelling of
That's what, yeah.
of Bruce and his family.
Right. It kind of makes sense, only I can't remember where this family had did they just leave like a
theater or
Okay.
something.
Which,
The Monarch Theater,
Yeah.
which is famous in Batman lore because that's the theater that Bruce and parents went to and then got shot afterwards.
Got it.
Yeah, the Monarch Theater is like the main theater in the mythos. And you see that theater multiple times in
yeah.
that movie.
Multiple scenes.
They drive by it many times.
Yeah, because this family, that's how the movie opens. They're trying to get a cab, busy Gotham City. You know, it's supposed to be like New York, so trying to get a cab's tough. And that one lady kind of, I guess she's probably a hooker or something.
You get a couple hookers there.
Yeah, she's being friendly with the dad in a way. He's like, yeah, trying to get a cab. They can't get a cab. So
What bothers me is one of them's kind of cozying up to the boy, too.
Exactly, yeah. And he's walking around with the map. He knows where to go in the city, obviously, because he's got the map, and the dad thinks he does.
Put that away. We look like tourists.
Right. Real men
We are
don't
tourists.
ask for directions.
You know, that does bother me because I remember when we were watching it, Sarah pointed that out. So you can't figure out where you're going. You're trying to get a cab. You can't get a cab. So what, you turn and walk down an alley where there are no cabs?
Makes a whole...
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Also, all of the issues about what happens in that movie just happen to be around the Monarch Theater. How does that happen?
Because of the set.
Did you read the script?
Yeah, you might have had 51 acres, but my God, everything's got to be in this little 2-acre area.
It's kind of like 60s Star Trek where they have like all those shots down the hallways. They only have one hallway, but they shoot it from both sides to
Right.
make it look like different hallways.
Different
Or-
sides of the hallway.
Middle of the movie of Jurassic Park, where they're running down the road with the Jeep and he crashes through that tree. That's actually shot down a road much, much smaller than what it appears. They just shot it multiple times from multiple angles. And that was shot in L.A.
Wow, look at you. Yeah, so Batman drops down, you know, initially the person just shoots him, he falls down. It's like, oh, that was short. Next thing you know, he's up, and then he kicks the guy through the door. Kicks him pretty hard. But apparently he was wearing some Nike Air Trainers.
Yeah, if you look closely, because I noticed that the first time you see him, there's a shot of where he's holding the dude over the edge,
Right.
and you just see their feet. And you look closely, it's like, are those look like black sneakers? And then there's a couple other shots where you see his shoes, and so I looked it up. Is he wearing tennis shoes? Yes, he is.
He's wearing tennis shoes. And
You would think he'd be wearing some kind of bat boot.
They try to make it look that like it is a boot, but where the toes are kind of gives it away. Fortunately, they don't dwell on it, so if you're not paying attention,
it's just a split second
Yeah.
kind of thing.
but if you're watching it on Blu-ray like I did,
Oh,
it kind of jumps out
a
at
little
you.
higher definition.
Yeah, it kind of jumps out.
Okay.
But if you're not paying attention and looking for it, you won't notice it. Yeah, go figure.
And then this is where we end up with the iconic line, which, you know, for some reason, I always thought the line, because it had been, I'll say it's been decades since I had really seen between viewings of this. And I always thought the line was, "Who are you?" But it's, "What are you?" And instead of saying, which apparently the script was originally going to be, "I am the night."
The Dark Knight.
I'm kind of glad for the change.
Yeah. And apparently
It's
this was a
kind-
Michael Keaton thing.
Another
It's
iconic
Yeah.
thing that I don't think he realized that he probably seeded for the rest going forward.
like- right.
I mean, he's made his career just on saying those two words at every speaking event ever.
Yep.
Like we want you to say these two words, and then he does, and everyone goes insane.
Well, yeah.
He could stand up there for an hour and just say those two words over and over and over, and people cheer every time.
Yeah, he could probably give an hour-long speech and spread it out every 10 minutes and just say, "I'm Batman."
Oh yeah,
Every
people go
10
nuts.
minutes and be like, "Oh my God,
He said the thing.
yeah." The thing, he said it. He said it. Yeah. So I think that is a much better line. than,
Yeah.
am
I mean,
the night."
I've heard. I mean, Kevin Conroy a few times in various doing the animated series and then some of the animated movies. He will say that he'll put them together. I am the Knight. I am Batman. He'll say me, and it's good. It's fine. It works for that thing. But in this context,
Doesn't have that punch.
I like that he has so little dialogue. It's like Adam West was also very chatty,
Very,
and
God,
Keaton
yeah.
is just like a presence, like to be intimidating, to frighten, to. He doesn't need words.
Right. I mean,
Keep it short.
yeah, I mean, that's kind of how you would expect if you're a criminal. If somebody's like chatting you up while they're getting ready to beat you up, kind of takes the mystery and takes some of the fear away. It's like, you're not saying nothing. You're really freaking me out, dude.
Yeah, get away from me.
Right. So yeah, I mean, you can just tell that the bat suit had to be very uncomfortable because he is stiff as hell in his scenes.
Yeah.
And I know that a number of people, and I know Keaton was one of them, was like, we need to get away from tights and
Oh gosh, yeah.
we need something intimidating, something that's, we don't need a guy that looks like he's wearing a corset under there to hold his gut in. Like, we need something with muscles and mass and thick, and it's pretty intimidating.
That he is a real person. He needs some kind of flexible armor
Yeah.
to deal with being shot at.
It's just not practical.
You mean like in The Dark Knight?
Yeah,
Like with Christian Bale?
yeah.
The other thing I find interesting was I think this is the first time that they had the yellow under as part of the bat symbol too.
Yeah, I think
Part
so.
of it was just like the black logo, and
Right.
that was it.
It was just kind of raised just a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Normally.
I mean, just looking at it, that kind of symbolizes that light that shines behind it as the bat symbol, like up in the sky. That's
Yeah.
what I always took it as.
Yeah. It's like an homage to itself.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know that they were like, Burton mentioned in that interview that there was no question he was always going to have a black costume. It had to be black, no
Yeah.
question about it.
Not blue, not gray.
Yeah, not blue, not gray. And if you look at even the comics, even into the 80s, there was a lot of gray and a lot of blue. And, you know, it might look good on the page, but
On film,
on film-
not so much when you're trying to blend in the dark.
right. And you want to be scary and this creature of the night.
Right, a shadow.
Well, when you have control of all that lighting, black just makes sense. Because blues and all the other stuff, it's got to pop on the page, like you said.
Yeah.
With this, you can make black pop.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like really all you see on him are his eyes, which are still, he's got the makeup on around for the black, and his mouth, which is the only thing that's not painted.
And then
His
the
jaw.
yellow of his symbol.
Yep,
Yeah, that's all you really need.
that's it. No, it's a great costume, I think. Although, you know, the first time that he raises his arms up to spread his wings, you see the poles that
Yep.
he's holding.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh gosh.
Which, you know, I've seen other people comment about it, and I get what they're saying. A lot of people say that the reason why he has that is he doesn't do really that well fighting in the movie.
Oh, no.
He kind of gets his ass handed to him more than a few times. He's more theatrical and trying to intimidate people and trying
Right.
to scare them. Like,
Kind of like a peacock.
yeah, yeah. And that's why he has like the poles and the thing to make the capes. And it's like, I get that. Let's be honest. The real reason is they're making a movie and the movie calls for this. They couldn't get it to do that. And that's how they got it to do that.
Right.
It's just
They just hope
turn
that-
the brain off, or they're hoping that the audience doesn't notice.
Yeah, they just hoped it would not be as obvious
Yeah.
on film.
Yeah.
But they're like, yep, that's what we got. Run with it.
Yeah, and to be honest, I only noticed it probably a few years ago. Growing up, I never noticed it.
No, because, again, watching on tube TVs.
I
and
thought
now
it was
you're
cool. It's like, oh, Batman
def.
raising his cape. That's, yeah. Then I get older and I'm like, oh, God, he needs poles in there to make it do that.
Yeah, Bob the Goon is played by his close friend Tracy Walter. Which, I mean, he's kind of a goofy character.
he's an interesting guy. Mm-hmm. We We should all be so lucky to have a Bob the Goon in our life.
Right.
I do love that moment, speaking of Bob the Goon, where Joker tells him to go take photos of Vicky and follow her and all this. But then he does the Jack Palance imitation. You're my number one,
Yeah.
a guy. Which apparently he ad-libbed. He was just supposed to play it straight and went into the Jack Palance imitation, and everyone's like, oh my God, that's amazing. We're leaving that in.
Yeah. Which makes sense. I mean,
Which took me a long time to realize that I thought it was just Joker being goofy.
yeah.
And then one day it just clicked. I'm like, oh my God, like Palance just said that like a little bit ago. Oh,
Yeah.
he's making fun of him.
Yeah. I did recall that whenever I was watching, I'm like, oh, that's because that's what Jack was just told not too long ago whenever he was being sent to essentially his expected
Yeah,
death.
be the sacrificial lamb.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But that. But, I mean, the shootout scenes in that factory, cringeworthy. Between the cops and the goons and stuff. I was like, you just watch that.
Well, you've got the one cop waiting as the mobsters are coming out, and he decides to go Rambo on them and try to shoot them, and he's one versus, like, what is it, 6 of them there?
Right.
What?
Like, wouldn't you want to wait until they're maybe not looking? Apparently they're horrible aim because they don't really shoot many each other.
Uh-huh. And, I've never taken the time to count the shots, but everyone has revolvers.
Right. Yep.
But I never took the time to count. I'm sure they're doing the old Western thing.
Right.
Because there's a lot of bullets flying.
Yeah. Your six
Reloading off screen.
Apparently.
Your 6 shooters got 12 shots.
Uh-huh, yeah.
Yeah. No, I totally get that. Yeah, another of the fun lines. Gentlemen, let's broaden our minds.
I love that line.
Nicholson's got a lot of great lines in this.
Just about everything he says
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
quite quotable.
Yeah.
You wouldn't hit a guy with glasses, would you?
Yeah. Wait till they get a load of me. Where does he get those wonderful toys?
Yeah. Which I'm surprised they didn't use that in more toy commercials.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sure they didn't want to frighten the children with actual footage of the movie.
Right. Yeah. And whenever Knox and Vale are in the, I guess we'll just call it his Bruce Wayne's personal armor room, where he's bought all those things and brought it back from all over the.
Get a load of this guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This is where Robert Wool really does shine, is in this sequence.
Mm-hmm.
He's just kind of going off on him. Bruce has already misdirected Vicky that he's not Bruce. It's like, I don't really know what he looks like.
Mm-hmm.
He introduces himself and like, oh, they're talking about this one that, what is it, from Japan or wherever it was.
Where do you think he got this? Oh, Queen of the Wicker People.
Right.
Where do you think he got this from? It's Japanese. How do you know that? Because I bought it in Japan.
No. Oh, wait. Yeah, it was just really a good little sequence.
Also, side note to that, little one of those making your mind think. He had those 3 cameras behind that glass.
Yeah.
Just like looking at that, right?
He's a voyeur.
But he doesn't have cameras on his mansion. So when people go snooping around to try to find out who he is, he knows they're there.
Yeah.
I don't buy it.
Makes you wonder.
He,
Also, those 3 cameras, all the same angle.
Right.
So that doesn't make sense.
What's the point of having the 3?
Is probably, again, turn the brain off. Movie, he's got cameras.
Yep.
I swear that's a producer logic thing.
Yeah.
There's cameras, therefore
Behind a
this
glass.
means that. Okay, but logically what?
And then, Alfred comes in to tell Bruce that, there's something he needs to go check out.
And he's got that on camera.
Yep. He's got to be he's got to emphasize, no, Bruce.
They had to leave abruptly.
Commissioner Gordon just left.
Unexpectedly, sir.
No, Alfred is. He's following around Bruce as he's trying to set his drinks down on the roulette table or whatever. He's
Tries to put the pen in the plant thing.
Yep. He's just following him around like a little puppy dog, just
Yeah.
cleaning up after him. That's Alfred.
Which I hate to bring up Batman Forever, but there's another one of those moments in there where he's like, Master Dick took the car. He says, the Bentley? No, the other car. The Rolls Royce? No, the other car. When he stole the Batmobile.
Yeah.
That is one moment of Batman Forever that makes me laugh and think of this movie because it's the exact same type
Right.
of comedy.
Yeah. No, it's just he did such a wonderful job in that role. I mean, I love Michael Caine as Alfred,
Oh yeah.
but that's Alfred right there.
Michael Goff is a great Alfred.
Yeah. That's Alfred.
Why not both?
Right. Why not both?
My two Alfreds.
Yeah, I see you've got the line. Love that Joker.
You know, the reason I threw that in there is so my old boss at my last bookstore, that was her favorite line, and she would say it at random all the time. She'd be
Really?
like working on something, and she would just like, unprompted by anything, I just hear this, love that Joker. And I'd look over like, what? And she's like, nothing, I'm just thinking of Batman again. Obviously, but I never understood why that line. But to this day, if we ever like meet for lunch or something, love that Joker. Yes, I know you love that Joker line. I do love that Joker commercial break-in. Joker products with the secret ingredient Smilex. Love that Joker.
It's such a cringe-worthy commercial,
Isn't it,
kind
though?
of thing, but
It's
so
very
memorable.
reminiscent of 60s Batman,
Oh yeah,
but it's not too over the top.
right.
Like it does fit in with this tone.
Yeah, it's like when that one episode where Batman's like with the laughing gas, where he's like high and he's all like psychedelic and dancing.
Oh
It's-
yeah, the infamous dancing scene. Yeah,
Jesus. Oh,
yeah, doing the dance where Pulp Fiction aped off some of the moves. Yeah,
all right, with the little fingers over the eyes and so. Oh
Uh-huh.
gosh, yeah. Good. You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight?
that's such a great menacing line.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it means, but I love it.
Right.
I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Yeah, I always thought it sounded cool, but then I think about it, and I'm not sure what that means. It just sounds dark and menacing.
Right. It's something he says that he says to all his victims.
Yes, I ask my prey before my killing.
Yeah. It's like, we're not dancing. And it's not really pale moonlight right now. And
Is this a werewolf line?
right. I mean, are you really the devil? I mean, obviously, I think he wants to be considered crazy and just insane. And
Is it a
terrifying.
metaphor for sending somebody to hell?
It could be.
I don't know. Maybe.
It more likely is.
Could be.
Because I think he really only says it, twice? And then Batman says it once himself.
Yeah, because there's the one flashback scene.
Right. The younger Jack.
Yeah.
See you around, kid. Why, yes, you will.
Yeah.
Little did you know.
Yeah, have fun with that.
Yeah. Obviously, Wayne Manor is large.
A little bit.
A little bit, yes.
In pretty much every incarnation.
Water's wet. Where are you getting at?
Yeah. So,
Rich people be rich.
right. So he invites Vicky to Wayne Manor for not a party scene, just to kind of have dinner. It's kind of like a date where we're not going anywhere.
I'm
Obviously-
familiar with those these days.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Knox is kind of infatuated with Vicky. I think he kind of wants to be her romantic interest, but it's Robert Wool. Probably not gonna happen. So the next scene cuts to where Bruce and Vicky are having dinner at the table. Long table, big table. They're very far apart, and Bruce is at one end, Vicky's at the other end.
Well, I love how they start that because first it's like angle on her, angle on him. Like you don't realize that the table's that, and then there's a shot of the whole, and you see that it's like 20 feet long.
Yeah, it's just the two of them. And
Long, it was a lot of hardwood surfaces, not a lot of echoing going on.
looks very cold.
Yeah.
Imagine the heating bill in that place.
Oof.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And then she asks if he can pass the salt. And having a little trouble hearing her.
Yeah.
So it's, okay. So he gets up and walks the salt down to her and then turns around and walks back and sits back down. And then they have a short little conversation about, do you like heating in here?
Oh, yeah. Actually, to tell you the truth, I don't know if I've ever been in this room before.
He kind of looks around and stuff. It's like,
Which I swear, like his reaction afterward when he's like, "You want to get out of here?" Like I swear he's not meaning it literally. It's like a joke. Like, yes, I have this huge mansion, all these rooms. I don't think I've been in here before. But he can tell that she doesn't like it,
yeah. Well, I mean, I don't think I would either. if
which
you're-
is understandable.
Yeah. You can't have a conversation. You're supposed to be having dinner.
Which I think is really interesting because him like, hey, let's get out of here. And then you see them just like in the little kitchen area with Alfred sharing a meal with him. It kind of shows without explaining anything that he's just a normal guy.
Right.
Like, yeah, he's this uber rich dude.
Who also
He's just
beats
a
people
normal
up at
dude.
night.
Yeah. I mean, he's just like, he's not like, because a lot of Batman interpretations try to show Bruce Wayne as the playboy guy, the guy who parties, Christian Bale's hinted at it. The animated series kind of hinted at it, but didn't go too deep into it.
Because the animated series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even the 60s Batman tried to hint at it. But in here, it's like, he's just a normal dude.
Yeah.
He's not the
Just a
playboy.
guy.
He's not the guy who like, I love being in these gigantic, rich, big tables because that's what I'm supposed to do. Which is, I think, why she brings up in that scene. She's like, none of this seems like you at all. Because it's just a show.
Right. It's, I do have all this money. I inherited this house.
It's all an appearance just
Right.
so I can be Batman.
Yeah. I just live here so I can be secluded
Yeah.
away from everybody.
I want to be alone. I'm a tragic figure and want to be alone. Oh my God, this is a perfect Tim Burton movie.
It is. I mean, it's dark. It's dreary and got a little bit of humor to it.
It's not quite as silly as most of his stuff, but it does have that undertone of I have to be alone.
Yeah.
Like Lydia and Beetlejuice, I am utterly alone.
Some of the other scenes and stuff like that is whenever, Bruce goes to Vicky's apartment. And it's like, nice place, stuff like that. Obviously, it's much smaller, but it's kind of a nice place for just moving to town on her own to kind of keep up with this whole Bat thing after being in, what magazine was that, Newsweek or Time or whatever that was for her photos.
One of those.
Yeah.
Which I looked up because every once in a while you'll see like one of these comic movies. Dark Knight did that, and I had to look it up, where it'll bring up like some element, and it's like, okay, is this based on a real thing, or is this a real thing, or what is this? The Corto Maltese. That's what she was taking the pictures of for that, and I had to look that up. I was like, okay, what is that? And in the DC universe, that's a South American country that was going through revolution. And she was there to take photos of it. in Dark Knight, the thing I had to look up was the Rapid City, whatever they were, the football team.
Right, yeah.
Because I just couldn't imagine Rapid City
No.
having a professional football team. So then I looked up, and in the DC universe, there is a city called Rapid, not Rapids City. That is one of the major DC cities, like Metropolis or Star City or Central City. And okay, I get it. It's an in-universe thing. But I thought that was a very subtle thing in this movie, because they mention it by name a couple times, but I was only 5 when this movie came out. I didn't know if this was an actual event at the time or
Right.
not.
Yeah.
Nope, it's an in-world fictional thing.
Yeah. And then, they're just kind of going around, and next thing you know, Joker shows up with the big, burly, kind of bald henchman with the glasses and the mustache who always walks around holding the boom box.
Mm-hmm.
And Bob.
Good old Bob's there.
Yep, Bob Lagoon. And, playing more music and stuff like that. So Joker has the little interaction stuff. He got the gift, I think, for her. This is that one. And then Wayne's kind of like checking out some other stuff. And Joker's talking with her. And next thing you know, she looks over and there's Bruce. And so that's when the Joker realizes that, oh, they're not alone. You've got company.
There's another fox in the hen house.
Yep. But in the meantime, Bruce has put that metal tray in his shirt or whatever because he knows he's probably going to get shot. Oh.
Which is a very bold thing, because if you don't know what caliber that is, that might not do anything.
Right. It's going to go right through it.
But it's comic book movie. So.
I was going to say, but movie.
But movie.
But movie, yeah. But in this scene, Keaton kind of goes into a little of a Beetlejuice moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he picks up the
Little Jack Torrance.
picks up the poker and he's like, come on.
Because he's telling that story.
Yeah.
And then he goes right at the end. You want to get nuts?
Yeah.
Let's get nuts.
Yeah. I'm like, wait a second, what movie am I watching here? It's like, where's your white makeup and green hair?
Did he just have a brain fart and think he's in the last movie?
Right. And next thing you know, Joker just shoots him. He falls down. It's like Vicky screams. Well, she screams a lot in this, but it's just a sudden shriek. It's not a long thing. It's just,
She would have done great as a scream queen in 80s horror movies.
yeah.
Because her
She's got a good
pitch
scream.
is pretty good.
Maybe just not
It's just a lot.
so frequent.
Yeah, it's very often.
Yeah. Yeah, she screams with suddenness. Like, I don't know. It's kind of interesting.
I do love at the tail end of that scene where she finally opens up the
The
present.
box, yeah, and it's that white hand with dead flowers.
Yeah.
Dead bouquet. Doesn't she faint or no?
She does,
She faints,
yeah.
yeah.
I also love right in the middle of it where he's trying to explain. I always forget about this scene because there's so many other great scenes. But in the middle of the scene where he's going to tell her that he's Batman, and he's trying to explain. You know how normal people get up and they have breakfast and they go to a job and they. Do you know what I'm? And she's like, no. He's like, no. Okay. So, you know how people have like 2 sides of their personality and 2 sides of their life? No. Like he just can't quite. And then the door rings and then she has to go there and he's just mouthing, I'm Batman.
Right.
I'm Batman. I'm Batman. Like he's
Right,
trying
like
to,
how do I say
this?
Yeah, that is kind of funny with that.
That's one of my pet peeves, though, in superhero movies, Batman movies in particular, but it's in a lot of them. Why do they have to tell their secret identity to specifically the love interest? And in so many movies, and it's not always the love interest, it's other. Why are there so many people who find out who they are because they tell them?
Yeah.
That bothers me so much.
Same.
I mean, and you can go so far as the CW shows, because the only one of those I really watch is Flash. But they have the crossovers, so you have to watch at least that one episode and all the other ones to get the event.
Right.
But in all of the shows, there's so many people who find out who they are. Half the city must know who they are. Like, what's the point of having a mask if everyone knows? You're telling all of them.
The only one that kind of makes sense is the love interest. And I think we hate it because it's done to death. But where it makes sense is, so take this for instance, Dexter Morgan, serial killer by night, right? Blood analyst by day, splatter analyst, whatever. She doesn't know what he does, kind of does throughout the night. They go to bed, and sometimes he doesn't go to bed right away, and he goes out and kills people, right? Maybe he's just trying to eliminate that scenario. Like, I don't do bad things at night. I try to do good things. I'm a superhero. This is why I stay up late.
My problem is in this movie, it's like a second or third time seeing her. Like,
right. Again,
you're
yes.
still getting to know her. Like,
she doesn't need to know the side of you yet.
she doesn't need to know what that is. You don't even know what her birthday is yet. Like, you're gonna tell her you're Batman? That's
Yeah.
quite a step.
Yeah.
Especially after she's just kind of like reading you the.
Call you
right.
tomorrow? I love you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That I don't know why I slept with you. Well, we slept together, and then you treated me like this. You say you're going out of town. You lied. You didn't even go out of town. I knew.
Look, I like you a lot, but for right now, shut up.
Right. Yeah, it's just it's pretty good interactions there.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But I mean, I don't know how much time is really passing from the time that she arrives in Gotham to the time they're at this point, and it's like they've really only been around each other twice. Once at
It's not much.
three times. Once at the party, once when they did their thing, their date, and then the third time she was kind of around him at the that courthouse or whatever when the mimes start shooting everybody, and he's just casually walking through all the gunfire and stuff.
Yeah. So he's been around her 3 times that we can confirm.
Yep.
One time was an actual date,
Yep.
and one time was a first meeting with a third wheel,
Right.
basically.
And now this 4th or 5th time, you want to confess who you are.
And that's the first time you've been to her apartment,
Right.
and you want to confess that you're Batman. That's kind of early.
Yeah.
Right. It's kind of some big news you're wanting to break here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a movie.
Movie. Yeah. I mean,
But the other problem is, like, that happens in, like, every
A lot of
movie.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, when the movie's 2 hours and 6 minutes, I guess you got to try to squeeze a whole lot of stuff in a short amount of time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I guess I didn't realize that Adam West was a little disappointed that he didn't get asked to reprise his role. It's like, you were 61 years old at the time. I
Yeah.
don't know if that would have made a good thing. And obviously, they're trying to get away from your Batman.
Uh-huh.
So,
Yeah.
can't be too shy.
You're not going to be on the list.
Maybe Alfred?
That would have been interesting.
I think he would have been too young for Alfred, even at 61. Alfred just kind of seems like he's a 70-plus-year-old guy
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah. I'd be okay with that. Yeah.
And apparently there's been rumors that he was asked to make a cameo appearance as Thomas Wayne, but apparently that was not true, according to West's autobiography. It's definitely a thing. We're going to go ahead and take another commercial break. Enjoy this Batman-related commercial.
The adventure continues. Now with Batman, the serial. And nothing can slow him down. Nothing can stop him from bringing it to you. It's here. A smashing taste. A Honey Nut flavored part of your complete breakfast. Batman cereal.
All right. So since that last commercial was about the Batman cereal, I know I had the Batman cereal because that's just what I did back in the 80s. I, want cereal. It's a movie or show theme special kind of cereal. I'm going to try it.
Hell, that sounds like me now.
Right, exactly. I still do the same thing. I have not changed one bit in that regard. What I remember is it reminded me a lot of like Captain Crunch.
Oh, that sounds awesome. But
Yeah.
just Batman shapes?
Right. Yeah. You look at it, it looks just like bat-shaped Captain Crunch.
We should make that every year.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was one of those things like, yeah, we'll try it. That was it.
I remember seeing it. I mean, I was like 5 when it was out. I remember seeing it. I don't remember having it though.
Yeah. And obviously the box is cool. It's just, it's again, marketing.
Yep. And
Simple.
all you need is the logo.
Simple, plain marketing.
Yep. If it's visually striking enough, that's all you need.
That's all you need.
Agreed.
Don't you? I love the simplicity of it.
How many times have we bought a beer based on how the can looks?
Oh
Right.
my God.
Or
I'd
bottle
say
or whatever.
75% or more of the beers that I knew nothing about and had never heard of, packaging.
It's
That-
it
the
was-
labels.
Yep. It was either the name
The name or the label.
or the label.
Yep. Just, the cover of the box is just, the logo, just like the poster. And then there's a bowl of cereal at the bottom that says Batman at the top. That's it. That's the front of the box.
That
beautiful.
sounds awesome.
It's very simple, nice and clean. I actually would like to have a box to put on a shelf just because how cool. It's probably one of the best looking cereal boxes I can think of, honestly. With
Yeah.
the most cleanest.
And let's be honest. You look at a lot of cereal boxes, most of them are bright colors, a lot of whites.
This is black.
This is black.
dark.
Talk about something that would jump off the shelf.
Oh, yeah, you're going along with the Fruity Pebbles and the Frosted Flakes and the Life and the Kicks and the Honey
Yep.
Smacks, Lucky Charms. And then you got this
Frosted
dark,
Flakes.
dark black Batman.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, you could see that from the end of the aisle.
You're like, oh my God, Batman's in stock.
There's that one thing way down there. I must have it.
Right. Just draws you to it.
It's like tractor beam. Suck you right in.
Yep, exactly. So, yeah, definitely cereal. Like we mentioned, there's so many different merchandising tie-ins. Toys. Now, toys, I didn't have any Batman toys. I didn't.
Oh, I did.
Did you? From
Oh, yeah.
Can't imagine
I
you.
know. I had, for this movie in particular, I had the Batman where he had the thing that came out of the utility belt and it
Oh.
would snap back in. Mm-hmm. And it was supposed to be like a grappling hook thing, but it was
Right.
the front of his belt would come off. And it would pull out about, I'd say probably
4 or 5 inches.
more than probably 6 or 7 inches. It was a good amount. And then you'd let go and it would snap back in. And it also came with a bat-shaped, I don't want to know what you want to call it, but it would be able to slide down the rope that would come out of his belt. But it,
Like the little hook thing?
Yeah,
on the
sorta,
end?
yeah.
Or like a handle, like a zip line kind of thing.
sort of like that. And but what I always thought was interesting was, I mean, it's hard plastic as a typical, but the cape was like the real thin, soft fabric, and it would detach. It was just like clipped on his neck, which I always thought was really cool. Of course, I've since lost the cape
Because it's detachable.
because it's
Right.
detachable.
As I imagine most people that may still have the figure
Yeah,
did.
that was the only toy that I had action figure wise from this. Most of the action figures that I had were Batman were actually from the animated series.
Fair enough.
Still, I have my Joker and my Robin
I've got
from them.
Phantasm from Mask of the Phantasm.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I think the
Still-
only toys I ever had Batman-wise were just the cars. Usually like a Hot Wheels or a McDonald's special
Yeah.
car of
Batmobile,
some
Batwing,
kind.
something like that.
Yeah.
I had somewhere buried in my mom's house, of course, in the basement. I have the Micro Machines that came out for those.
Nice.
It was a Batmobile, a Batwing, and then a big purple Joker van, which is not in the movie at all.
No, there were some kind of like Joker designed cars.
Yeah, they had the
the henchmen would
purple-
drive around in. Mm-hmm. The green
Which I
and
didn't understand
purple.
why they didn't have those cars. Why
Yeah,
did they
if
have
it's
to have
in
the
movie.
van?
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
It's, like the Jurassic Park toys where they just start making things up.
Yeah. Oh, it's dinosaur. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's no worse than Batman Returns, where you have Burgess Meredith's penguin because Danny DeVito is too scary for children.
I mean, that's not too far from
I mean,
the-
it's not too far off, but it's at the same time you've got. I mean, this is kind of at the heyday, and we've mentioned it before, where you have a lot of R-rated movies with toys for children that came out at that time. I mean,
Aliens.
Terminator 2, Aliens, RoboCop.
Yep.
I mean, there's a whole Predator.
Yep.
I very clearly remember all of those toys in the store, and I'm thinking,
So do I.
I'm not old enough to watch those movies,
Right.
but those look awesome.
Yeah.
By rating, I wasn't. The Guardians over me at the time of me watching them. Whatever.
Oh yeah,
It's
I
an
mean,
action movie.
T2 came out when I was 8, and yeah, first as soon as it came out on video. Actually, I take it back. I think my dad watched with me, but I think he had HBO, and it came out on HBO.
Yeah, so that was
he
probably
would watch
like-
all the action, violence, and so here I am watching Predator and Terminator and all this stuff, and I'm like 6, 7, 8 years old.
Very
might ex-
formative years.
Oh yeah. Nothing like watching RoboCop and all that blood and violence.
Yeah. So, I mean, this Batman is rated PG-13
Yep. Which I think all 4
of
the,
this version.
Yeah, I think they all were PG-13. Even the cartoony ones.
Gosh. Ugh. Still like to pretend that those don't exist.
Yeah, it's best that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the merchandise for this. In fact, I would argue that the because a lot of you'll still see like baseball caps with this logo on it.
Right,
You
this
don't see
particular
any
one.
of the other logos. You see this one.
Yep.
Or T-shirts with this logo. Like it's like merchandising wise, this is arguably probably the most famous and most profitable logo design.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I would definitely say so. Promotional tie-ins with Taco Bell. I mean, yeah, there's commercials and stuff from food places. Obviously, McDonald's. I don't know who else. I mean, who all did promotional tie-ins? I know Taco Bell.
For the first movie, Taco Bell did the cups.
Okay.
They did, and then Batman Forever, or not Forever, Batman Robin, Taco Bell had that one again. Because I remember they had the peel off, and you match up certain characters.
Yep.
And it was a lot like Monopoly, but with characters from the movie. And
Yeah.
I was obsessed with trying to capture all those characters. I was like 13, and I'm like, I'm going to get all these things.
Little did you know.
Little did I know, there's no way.
Right, that's not how that works,
Yep.
son.
How innocent I was.
Batman the video game. I didn't own it. I've since played it just a little bit.
I have since found the NES and the Game Boy game, I think at FuncoLand, back whenever they were around. And I got both of them. They're buried somewhere upstairs.
Right.
Really, especially the NES one. It's tough, but
By
it's
Sunsoft.
good.
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty much all you need to know. Sunsoft. Awesome soundtrack, pretty good grade. I mean, that's all you...
Also known for Blaster Master.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, they did a lot of like movie tie-in games. They did a lot of stuff with like
90s superhero games a lot of.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to say they did the. Were they involved with Death and Return of Superman on Super Nintendo? I think so. One of those beat 'em up games, just a button masher.
Could be. I don't know specifically each game they did because they have quite the list in the 90s.
Yeah, I mean, I know they did.
Recently, their list has slowed down, but
Yeah.
which yes, they still exist.
Did like a Tasmania. I think they did a Donald Duck Quack Attack or something like that with Sega.
Yeah, definitely did some Looney Tunes stuff.
They
Warner
also
Brothers,
did, I forgot,
obviously.
and we talked about this in our Gremlins episode. They did the Gremlins 2 game.
Yep.
Ah, okay.
Yep.
Also, yeah, they did the Batman Return of the Joker,
Okay.
which
Which-
from what I understand, isn't quite as good. But
Yeah, that one I've never
played.
played. I mean,
I
obviously
remember the cover.
Yeah, the covers stands out like
Very
crazy.
iconic cover.
Right.
Joker with the Batman logo for his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's.
very well done.
They also did Fester's Quest,
Okay.
which never played, but I always remember that from the rental store.
Yeah, when it comes to Batman games, I really do like Batman Returns. It's just, again, it's a button masher. I had it on Super Nintendo. Man, it was a fun game. Really nice visuals and stuff. You know.
I mean, the first level of the NES version. I mean, that music, whew,
it was great.
that's great. It just sticks in your head, and you're like, man, I just want to start the game over just to hear that.
But
Yeah.
that's your
You know,
Sunsoft.
it's kind of Castlevania-esque.
Yeah, visually and how you kind of move around a little bit. Although you can kind of
and you get the
grab
different
on the wall.
power ups.
Plus the music, like, interesting.
I would say the gameplay kind of reminds me a little bit of Ninja Gaiden.
I could
Ninja
see,
Gaiden.
yeah.
Because how you can jump up, climb on the walls, and then go from wall to wall or whatever,
And once you figure out you can do that,
and press. I
It
believe
helps.
it's the start button to switch between your different weapons, something like that.
Oof, like Bucky O'Hare
Ugh.
switching between characters.
got to throw out another Sunsoft game, which was one that I grew up with. Talk about a classic NES game, Spy Hunter.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's
so
a fun one.
yeah,
I had no
Sunsoft-
idea what I was doing, but I loved it.
Yeah, Sunsoft got the home rights to do the arcade version.
They also did Super Spy Hunter, which I didn't know.
Yeah, Spy Hunter on the NES nowhere near as good as arcade, of course.
Oh, of course.
I mean, it's to me, it's a night and day kind of experience.
For a home port,
Pretty good,
probably one of the best ones.
pretty good. Yeah,
But yeah,
it's
it's
tough.
tough if you know what you're doing.
Yeah,
If you have no idea what you're doing, it's just like, I'm just driving around trying not to die.
right. I try to run these cars off the road, and they're just running me right off the road. Yeah, it's definitely
Just
a
like real
challenge.
life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah,
I don't remember the Game Boy game too much.
I don't either.
I have it. I've had it for actually longer than the NES one, and I probably played it more, but I couldn't tell you a thing about it.
It
Yeah.
sounded like the Game Boy game was a little bit different storyline.
Oh yeah, it's different.
Yeah, it
It's-
came out a year after though.
Yeah,
Like
it's not the same game.
Yeah, it almost sounded like it more closely followed the movie, whereas this one kind of has its own storyline.
Oh yeah, this one totally does.
Yeah. And this one was a little weird. You start out with just, I don't even know what kind of little weapon it is that you get, but you're jumping around and you can jump up and shoot these little bricks and you get points for doing that. And then there's little power ups and it's tough too.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of a challenge, jumping especially. But I don't know. Both of them are a challenge, but it's still fun.
And speaking of the first level, I do have to throw out the Advantage, not the controller. So there is the band that does NES music covers.
Mm-hmm.
They only released 2 main albums. They have a few other like live things and compilations and things. So they only have the 2 albums, but they'll take music from a certain level of a game and they'll do like a 2-3 minute cover of it. And they'll do them live, and there's some fun stuff that they do live and stuff, but doing a live band version of these awesome songs that, were back in MIDI days.
Yeah, 8-bit,
Which
16.
sound, for us, they're like, oh, this is awesome. This sounds great. But hearing like an actual band doing it, it's
pretty cool.
really good.
Yeah.
And they do like levels from Contra and Bubble Bobble.
Yeah, I don't have as cool of a list with this.
Metroid.
I was going to say I don't have as cool of a list with this one, but specifically the band that does Metroid Metal, literally one for one, takes music from Metroid and converts it into a metal theme. Mm-hmm. It's like right up my alley.
Yep.
I bet that would be really good.
Then
It
there's another band that takes a step farther, Bit Brigade, which occasionally will come through St. Louis. But what they'll do is they'll play the music live while somebody does a speed run of the game. So as the game is playing, they'll play the level for that music or for the level or for that overworld theme or whatever. So they'll do like playthroughs of the Mega Man games, Legend of Zelda, Metroid, a whole bunch of them. And as they're doing it, and whenever it shifts to the next, the band will shift and start going to the next one. And it's like, oh, that's so cool. Still haven't been able to go. I've seen some videos of them doing it, but obviously they're not coming here this year.
Nope.
Maybe not next year.
Maybe not next year.
Yeah. We'll have to see how that changes. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, I mean, there's going to be clothing, T-shirts, boxers, underwear, stuff like that.
God damn it.
But pajamas, probably, as well.
It almost makes me think of Spaceballs. Spaceballs the lunchbox. Spaceballs the breakfast cereal.
I definitely had some Batman tidy-whities as a kid.
Oh,
With the Batman picture.
little Batman underoos, those little butt.
You mean you don't still?
Maybe.
I am not here to confirm nor deny. Yeah, but I mean, merchandising on this stuff was huge, and there's trading cards. I think I still have maybe some trading cards
yeah.
from
That's
Topps.
right, yeah.
They did a lot of those from just
I remember
specific
seeing
scenes
those.
and things like that. And of course, more food than just the cereal we referenced. There's probably like Batman drinks or something like that.
Well, I'm sure they're on like fruit roll-ups and
Shapes and different things like that. It's-
Doritos.
Gosh, they just do that stuff.
What's the phrase? It's a license to print money.
Pretty much, yeah. Kids will eat it up,
Gift
literally.
that keeps giving.
Yeah.
You don't need a face to tie it to the franchise. You don't need waste space on wording. Just throw
Logo.
the symbol out and that's it.
Yep, just a logo. Special contests and stuff like that. And it was one of the more popular VHS tapes when it first released on home video. And I think it was one of the ones that McDonald's offered when they offered VHS tapes.
So weird.
I know. It's like it was that, Wayne's World. I want to say Back to the Future was one of them. There was like 4 different ones that they did back in... This has been in like 92.
God, that's such a
93.
product of its time. Like, you definitely wouldn't get anything like that today.
No. Oh, yeah. Here's a Blu-ray. Get your special edition Blu-ray from McDonald's for $9.99.
Yeah.
I just wish they'd have the themed glasses again.
There were some nice themed glasses.
Those were pretty awesome.
Yeah. I keep seeing so many different ones pop up on Facebook Marketplace, not Batman related, but just
Disney and others.
Disney and
Simpsons.
Peanuts and Garfield and Alvin
You know,
and
in
the
line with
Chipmunks.
that, went to a brewery in Denver, Colorado called Grandma's House.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was called Grandma's House. It's something like that.
Yeah, just listen to a past episode. I know we've talked about it.
And they had all those themed glasses. It just
It's great.
one of those things that I definitely picture Grandma's house having a bunch of different glasses from who knows where.
Yeah, going to fast food places for...
Oh, look at this, Timmy. They have Simpsons on this one. Yeah, can I get 3 of those? Oh, the limit's 2. Can I come back tomorrow?
Or can I just like go back around through drive-through? Just get back in line. It's for my grandson.
Yeah.
He loves this Simpson person.
Yeah, the other thing.
Oh, that Mr. Simpson.
You,
No.
You're talking about the VHSs. I didn't grow up with the Batman VHS. I grew up with the Batman Returns VHS. I still have it.
Whoa.
And it's in really nice shape, too. Go figure.
Look at you.
But I did somewhere along the way acquire a Batman VHS. It's not in quite as nice shape, but...
Because it wasn't yours originally.
Exactly. And I remember very clearly in Batman Returns, go figure, it surprised me that this was in Batman VHS also. Both of them have a Diet Coke commercial at the beginning of the credits. Or the trailers at the beginning.
With Alfred.
With Alfred.
Mm-hmm.
And
Of course.
talk about a thing of the VHS era.
Yeah.
And I think that one of the Indiana Jones movies did that too. I think it was The Last Crusade did that also.
What, did a Diet Coke commercial?
Yeah. Something where for some reason they have like this 30-second soda commercial at the beginning of this movie in front of all the trailers. Coming soon. But before that, here's Diet Coke with people from this movie. And I always thought that was so strange.
Well,
Even when I was a kid.
That's just even like the weight of that brand with even Diet Coke. It's like, look at Bud Light.
Yeah.
You could do that with literally anyone interchangeably.
Right.
And the other thing that I found so strange about both of those VHS with the Diet Coke commercial, it showed like Alfred calling in this thing, but then they would use like very short snippets of film from the movie.
Yep.
Where it's like Michael Keaton in the Batmobile, but those are all from the movie, and he's not speaking. And then you've got Alfred filmed specifically for this ad, so half the ad's new, half the ad's old.
Yeah.
I always thought that was very strange.
Speaking of the ad, here's that Diet Coke commercial.
Hello. Gotham Corner Store? Yes, we seem to be down to our last Diet Coke. A gentleman is on his way to pick some up. Just look for a black car. No, this black car will be rather difficult to miss. And by the way, the gentleman is usually in quite a rush.
Just for the taste of it, Diet Coke.
Which it was good. I mean, it gives him another chance to make a little bit more money. I mean, older gentleman, probably not up for a bunch of different movie and television roles.
Sure.
Yeah.
And if Keaton's not speaking, you don't have to pay him.
Right. In fact, I know I've seen the commercial. I can't remember. Do they actually show Batman or do they just show the Batmobile? Because I know in the commercial how it references, oh, yes, look for a black car.
I know they showed the Batmobile itself.
I just don't remember if they show Batman himself in
I
it.
could have sworn they show him in the vehicle for at least one shot, but I could be wrong. I might be. Both commercials are fairly similar.
Mm-hmm.
I get them confused.
Similar but different?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The fog of memory.
I know. Welcome to getting older.
Yeah. I am elderly after all.
Mm-hmm. We are old souls. So you were mentioning something before we started recording tonight that kind of stood out, that something that I didn't ever hear of. You mentioned something about Batman in Eternia. The hell's that?
So, Injustice, the series,
On like Xbox,
which
and
originally
PlayStation.
started out as like a Mortal
games?
Kombat clone,
Right.
Injustice Gods Among Us. It was on 360, and I think it's backwards compatible with the X.
That's a weird sound.
And,
Injustice Gods Among Us.
Yeah, it's Injustice : Gods Among Us is like the subtitle.
Right.
But then it was so popular they made a comic series out of it, and it's the DC Justice League characters, but like some of them go to an alternate reality, if I remember correctly, and in that reality, Superman is tricked by the Joker into killing Lois Lane, which drives him borderline insane and turns him evil. And it's basically a world run by Superman as the leader, but he's evil. And basically they split into two factions. The group that's for Superman and the Resistance, which is led by Batman. And it's a pretty interesting storyline. The game goes through it. In fact, there's 2 games now. And apparently in the comics, there's a crossover. I don't know if they go into Eternia or the characters from Eternia crossover. But yeah, I was reading up on this last night. Apparently He-Man and Orko and a few of those dudes show up and they have this little fight. And it's apparently this Masters of the Universe crossover. And
Didn't they also put Joker in a Mortal Kombat game?
well, they had DC versus Mortal Kombat.
Okay.
That's what
And-
I was thinking.
Yeah.
That was the other one.
Which most fans of Mortal Kombat are like, oh, that's the stupid one. I thought it was fun because I got a bunch of DC dudes and I got a bunch of Mortal Kombat dudes.
people, yeah.
For me, it's the best of both worlds.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't take the story literal.
No.
There is a story mode, and it's like just turn the brain off.
Yeah. Movie time.
It's a little weird when you have Joker and Robin and Batgirl, and you got Superman and Wonder Woman.
I mean, especially if you're into Batman, the Rocksteady games, Arkham Knight games.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Arkham
Arkham
series.
Asylum
Yep,
and all
that's
that stuff.
definitely one to check out.
Those
are in Game Pass right now, if I remember correctly, as of recording.
Last time I checked, I think Night was the only one on there.
Oh, that's right. It's not
'Cause
all
they-
of them.
Yeah, they took Asylum and City off. But they were on there for quite a while.
Yeah.
I have a feeling they'll be back eventually.
I think I got 1 or 2 on my PS3.
I got Asylum and City as like a combo for the one. Origins is the only one that kind of is the black sheep
Yeah.
because Rocksteady didn't do it.
Different- Yeah, different developer.
Yeah, but
Don't remember that one.
but it's like a prequel. But I really like that one.
Okay.
I really like it.
Yeah, I think they're all fairly highly rated. I mean,
Yes.
Regarded.
Well,
Night
yes.
is the only divisive one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge Night fan for many reasons.
Is it because you're driving around in a car most of the time?
Part of it is the shoehorning in all the car stuff
Yeah.
and the fact that the car is basically a tank.
Yep.
For most of it?
That's most people's.
A
issue.
lot of the joke or the Riddler things involve that, which I don't like also. And I also don't like the fact that they blatantly lied to us. Oh, the Arkham Knight, that's a brand new character we're creating just for this. No, they didn't. They used a character that already exists and is very well known in the comics. They just had to put their stamp on it that made no sense at all. And
Which is?
do I want to spoil it for people?
Oh, it's a spoiler. Well, then no.
I mean, it in the game, it's like supposed to be this huge, big reveal,
I'll ask later.
but I was like very disappointed.
Okay.
In fact, I was upset about it.
I'll ask.
As I gather, a lot of people were.
No spoilers here.
At least not on this.
Also, if you're
I mean, it has
listening-
been out a few years, but
I was going to say, if you're listening to this and haven't seen 1989 Batman, I mean, that's in the title, so I guess,
also it's been out 30 years.
Also, yes. Yeah, I'd say 5 is a good number for spoilers.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it by then, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. And some people are real big on that.
Better watch it quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of talking again back to the VHS release. It was released less than 6 months after its theatrical release. So obviously you want to get that out in time for Christmas holiday.
Oh, yeah.
Big seller. Big seller. There's a 30th anniversary Blu-ray reissue digibook with a 50-page booklet and a steel case edition. I know you like your steel cases, Brad.
Yeah, we've got like the whole lot of Batman things now, though. So we're
Yeah.
good on that.
I think you've also got the animated series on Blu-ray that I believe the
Yep.
guy sitting to my left got you
And
for
it
Christmas.
looks so good.
It's really good.
Because I have them all on DVD.
Mm-hmm.
And you see all the blemishes and the dirt and dust and
Yeah.
But yeah, that Blu-ray. oh
Yeah, I
my
heard
God,
that remaster. They really.
it's amazing. If you are a fan of the animated series and do not have that Blu-ray set, get that Blu-ray set. It's
Yeah.
gonna change the way you look at that show.
It's fantastic. Also, that show,
Oh yeah,
probably one of the best animated Batmans.
I
ever.
would argue one of the best animated series,
Agreed.
of anything.
Agreed.
especially the first couple seasons, because they have my favorite part of the individual title cards for every episode is themed for that episode.
Yep.
Everything about and it, oh god, it just, those look so good. That last season they
And-
did, just they don't do that, and it looks just cheaper.
Those title cards, I mean, they could be as simple as like just a few items on that title card.
Something that ties in with the theme of the episode. Yeah, gives you a hint. Like I remember the Two-Face, the two-parter episode Two-Face, where they show the transition of Harvey Dent into Two-Face and showing his mental schizophrenia essentially he had prior to it. They would show just like two masks, the happy face, the sad face. And that's really all they would have on that title card, except for the title and written by and all. And I thought that's such a very subtle, low key. I love it.
Right. Yeah, I do like that they did do those individual graphics for each episode. That was, I mean, it was a nice touch.
Oh yeah, very cinematic.
Yeah.
Which I know they were. I mean, they were trying to make it a cinematic show,
Right.
but that helped.
Also, not directly related, but I kind of really like Batman Beyond. That's the only other like. It's kind of connected, but it's also just this
I mean,
thing
and
that's cool in the corner by itself.
It's got in a way, it's got a continued continuity because you have Kevin Conroy still as Bruce Wayne,
Yeah.
older, and I know that they reference things that happened in the animated series periodically,
Which is nice.
which is nice to have that continuity that goes through.
Yeah.
The one thing that I loved about the animated series that 89 movie Batman kind of bothered the hell out of me though is the mashup of visual styles.
Yeah.
In the animated series, it's meant to be very 1940s, very Art Deco.
And they nail it.
They nail it perfect.
Yep.
You have this movie that tries to, but it's not.
No.
Like they have some, like the hats and the trench coats.
Yeah, they're all kind of dressed. I mean, like Eckhart. I mean,
Yeah.
the big old plump police guy. I mean,
The jackets that
Yeah.
the cops are wearing.
yeah. Even when Knox walks up, he's wearing standard reporters
Yeah.
get up.
And you see all the dudes in suits like you would in the 40s, and you see a lot of like the gargoyles and very gothic looking. Like, okay, yeah, we're trying to go for that 40s old school. But then you see like a brand new 80s
Modern cars.
car running through, and you have Prince music in there, and my brain can't handle a mishmash of
The mashup, yeah.
the styles like that. So it's whenever I see those, it's just my head kind of like I have a mini aneurysm, and
Yeah, it is kind of different. I mean, that's how it opens. I mean,
Yeah.
you see everybody's dressed, and I mean, even the hooker, she's kind of dressed, kind of go-go girl kind of
Yeah.
look. Supposedly, she was supposed to have been like 14, what they originally wanted her character to be. I'm like, that's a little wrong.
yeah, because I remember something to do with there was one scene with the cops, and they were gonna show them with like an underage hooker thing, and
Right.
Yeah, because just to show how crooked the cops were.
Yep.
In there.
Still, yikes.
Oh yeah, they
big-
decided against it for obvious reasons.
Right.
Yeah.
And to think that was in 89 or 88 when this is filming started.
Right.
Definitely wouldn't play well in 2020.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, as far as like the look and aesthetic of it, I think Batman Returns is more consistent with it. Mm-hmm. And I know they gave Burton more control over that in Returns than this. Probably why it doesn't look like a weird mishmash of styles.
Yeah.
But that animated series, very consistent and on the nose.
Yep.
High quality all the way through.
Until it gets to that
Final season.
97 era season where they took that break for like 2 years and then they came back, and now you have Tim Drake as Robin, and it just is cheaper art style to me, and it's not as deco-ish, and they don't have the title cards, and to me it just looks cheaper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They still have some good episodes, but it just
It doesn't take away from the entirety, though.
oh no, the first couple seasons are just
Fantastic.
Gold.
almost perfect.
Yep.
So there's been talk, I mean, I know, Brad, you like Batman Beyond. There's been talk of Michael Keaton reprising his role as
Oh, let's do it.
Bruce Wayne for a Batman Beyond live action.
I'd be okay with that.
That would be awesome.
It would.
Who would you do to be the new Batman?
Who'd be your Terry McGinnis? That's tough.
I mean, I'll throw one out here, and only because he's been in superhero stuff already, kind of ish, more as a bad guy, I guess. It'd be kind of interesting to see like a Michael B. Jordan in that role, which he played in
The Black Panther.
yes, Black Panther,
Yeah.
Fahrenheit 451. If you watch the HBO show, also Gears of War, so he's kind of done a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just thought that was kind of one that he's still young enough, but he still has a little bit of a build to him, you know?
Yeah, he's got a good build to him based on how he was looking in Black Panther.
Yeah, a lot better than me.
Let's not forget he was also in Creed,
Yeah.
and he's pretty built.
Yep.
He could handle it.
Yeah, he could whoop some ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. Creed's a good movie. I haven't seen the second one yet. The first one, phew, that was good.
He was also in the latest Fantastic Four. Does that help with your cause any?
Maybe he just needs a refresher to be cleansed of said role.
Kind of like Chris Evans from Human Torch to Captain America.
Exactly. Yep.
Another Fantastic Four movie. Maybe there's a theme here.
Yeah.
You get the right people behind it and the right circumstance, who knows what could happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just can't think of anyone just off the top of my head that feels like that role, other than just that one off the cuff.
Yeah.
I could see it.
Yeah, overall, if you think about the Batman franchise and DC film franchise as a whole when it comes to the live action stuff, Batman's really the thing that they've been able to get right.
Maybe it's
Or
because
at
it's so
least-
grounded.
Or at least very close to being right.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, everything
I-
else is a little, I will call it goofy.
I mean, I've enjoyed the Superman movies. But the thing with me, there's been really no continuity. It's like you have one movie, you got Brandon Ruth, whatever it is.
Brandon Routh.
Routh. Okay, we'll go with that. And then
Superman Returns.
yeah, then there was a
Which
different one, and
pretty
then
much nobody
there's
likes.
then there's Henry Cavill.
I like Henry Cavill as Superman.
I do too.
I like Henry Cavill as an actor.
I like Henry
that count?
Cavill as a person.
Wow.
I just don't like those movies.
Yeah.
And it's not his fault.
No.
Right.
Because he's great.
He does the best that he can with what he has.
What he has, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I probably said it on here before. I just wish that the team behind the Marvel films could get some of those DC properties to do them as well.
Just give it all to Disney I don't care at this point. Who cares who owns it? I want the movies to be good. Now,
Right.
same can't be said for Star Wars. We'll just leave it at that for right now. But Yeah, they did I think, a pretty dang good job with a lot of the Marvel movies that they've been.
Yeah.
To be fair, I wouldn't put as much credit to that on Disney as I would with Kevin Feige,
Yeah, that's fair.
Right. Yeah.
because it was pretty much him running that show.
Well, they hired the right guy, right?
Yeah.
They did.
That's just
and
what
then
it's
they were
down to.
like, hey, you do your thing and make
And
us money.
Yeah, here's a lot of money up front. You do your thing.
You do your thing.
If
Right.
only it worked like that all the time.
If only they could do that with a number of other franchises.
Yeah.
They can't.
If what you want to do is well received, we'll make our money. That's okay. You do you, 'cause it's working. Just give them the money and get out of the way.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you mean a director is gonna get to do his job?
That's kind of the point.
You remember the old days whenever a director could come in with a vision and then be able to do that vision
You mean like actually
without the restraints?
Yeah.
like help write the script and direct?
On the other hand, of course, then you have the other side where it's, oh, you basically have unlimited funds to do whatever you want, and then it becomes this huge
Prequels.
Money pit.
disaster where it's like, maybe you needed restrictions.
Right.
George Lucas. Neither confirm nor deny.
Yeah. Some of the best amazing things that happened in movie history was because of restraint.
Yep. And at least a little bit of filtration of ideas.
And sometimes it's just dumb luck.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah. That's probably the poster child for dumb luck.
Yeah. That worked out well for all. Until we got to 2016.
Hey. Ba-doom-tsh.
To be fair, some would say 89, but
Yeah.
I would say 16 for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, which, I mean, now the newest Ghostbusters is pushed back to next year, right?
Oh,
2021.
yeah. I don't have
I don't
a
have
lot
high
of...
hopes for this.
Not even cautiously optimistic.
Yeah.
I was when it was announced, and I was when I saw the initial teaser.
And then you saw an extended.
And then I saw the trailer, and I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Where the Ecto-1 is doing donuts in the field.
Where they have the kids running all the stuff and
Yeah.
the cringe humor. Oh no.
I don't have super high hopes. So
No.
if it's good, then that's fantastic.
If it's good, I will be shocked.
Agreed.
I'm sure it'll make a boatload of money, though.
Depends. I mean, it's more likely going to get a home
Definitely
release.
shooting for that 80s coming of age feel,
Yeah.
even though it's not in the 80s.
Like Stranger Things in a way.
Exactly. Yep. Yep.
Stumbled upon this stuff and wow, this is cool.
I think it even has one of the kids from Stranger Things, doesn't it?
I believe,
I believe it is. Yeah. Is it Mike?
Rest my case.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's the Finn Wolfhard,
Yeah, something like that.
something like that. I think that plays Mike.
He definitely doesn't play Batman.
Yeah.
He's not Batman.
Or Nightwing or anybody else.
Not
Well,
yet.
not
Give
yet.
it time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who would have thought that Pattinson would be a Batman?
Right. That's why
I was
it's
not
like,
expecting that.
nope.
It's going to be an interesting transition from Affleck to Pattinson.
I'm going to be a little mean here. Anything is a little better than him, Batflack.
Wow.
I did not like him as any of the characters.
Fair.
Maybe it was a rough point in his life. I'm not here to judge. I just didn't like that one.
Yeah. Yeah, once you have the Christian Bale version.
I think I even prefer George Clooney.
Ooh.
Yes, shots fired.
Yeah. That could lead to
Yeah,
It's tough.
That's a tough one, but I still think I prefer
It's
that.
tough.
that could lead to some hate mail.
That's fine. At me. I don't care. I don't look at it half the time anyway. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't.
Right.
Send your hate.
We don't
Bring it on.
discriminate.
Shout
Send your
in
hate.
the void.
Wait till they get a load of me. Oh, goodness. No, it's... I mean, I'll admit, whenever I was watching back through this the other day, though, 89 Batman, I kind of started losing a little focus. I don't know.
Oh, just overall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say probably when the Batmobile was driving through the warehouse with all the flames and stuff is probably not long after that.
Sure.
It's like once they got to the tower and the bells falling down and
And
by
blocks
then I
the
kinda-
entrance for which they walk back through earlier or later.
I'm kind of like losing focus at this point.
Yeah.
You know, that's the one thing that we haven't mentioned before. I like a Batman that has a no-kill clause. He kills a lot of people in this.
Which
Right.
people had lots of issue with, if I'm not mistaken, in the most recent.
Yes.
But it's like, oh, wait.
Let's go back in time.
They
a little.
already did this to one of your favorite movies in Batman. So I'm just saying.
Yeah, there's, I mean, he's shooting machine guns and rockets, and
Yep.
granted, he's not hitting a lot of people, but he is hitting some people.
I mean, he
But
sets the
there's-
one dude on fire with the jet engine.
Yeah.
There's the dude up in the bell tower
Yeah,
where
the African American guy that he flips over or whatever.
he grabs him by the neck with his feet and
Yep.
flings him down the.
Yeah. Yeah, you just see the guy falling. It's like, ooh, that's a long way down there.
Yeah. And you know,
Dropped a few people pretty large distances.
and there is, I've gone back and forth on it, the whole death of Joker thing.
Where he basically says, hey, I'm going to kill you, and then kind of does.
Well, he ties his leg to the statue, and so I'm assuming the initial thought is you're not going anywhere. You're attached to it. It's not really until the statue breaks off that it's like, oh, he's just going to die now.
Yeah.
I'm assuming the idea was that, oh, he's just going to have to let go and he's just attached to the statue. I can almost say that that was an accidental death. But at the same time, I don't know.
Yeah. Because, I mean, he point blank, I'm going to kill you.
Yeah. I mean, he gives him the whole, if you ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight line, he threw it at him. So just a reminder of
It's
who I am.
It morally ambiguous.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, which I mean, I thought that was kind of interesting, a nice turn right there, just basically letting Joker know who he really is.
You made me, I made you. Or I made you, you made me first.
Yeah, and then you see the look on Joker's face after Batman delivers that line. Kind of like, oh,
We're just kids.
yeah,
Whatever. I don't know. I prefer my Joker to have. There's many different Joker origin stories. In The Killing Joke, he was a failed comic.
Yep.
There's the famous story where he falls into the vat of whatever that they tell in this.
Yeah.
They have
no, I mean in the movie Joker,
the movie Joker.
He's a failed comic,
He's the clown
essentially,
who wants to be the comic, where it kind of ties into The Killing Joke, but it's not quite as
Right.
close.
Yeah.
I mean, there's different versions of it. There's the one where he's the petty criminal, the original Red Hood, where he has this long, tall red thing and a cape, but he falls in the vat that way. And you know, The Dark Knight is my perfect. You don't know who he is. You don't know where he comes from. He's anonymous. That's beautiful.
I absolutely agree. In a lot of
I
the
like
same
the mystery.
in a lot of the same ways that people like Boba Fett. You don't know where he comes from.
Yeah, I don't need to know.
right?
And he just sort of shows up and does some things and then he just disappears.
Sometimes the mystery is what makes it interesting. When you take that mystery away,
Yep.
it's not as interesting anymore.
I agree.
Like
and
the
every
prequels did.
right, and every single time you have some butthole that has to tell some origin story that doesn't need to be told.
Yep.
And while I sometimes appreciate those films, can't think of one off the top of my head right now. Maybe there's a sign there. Maybe don't do that. But, money.
Yeah, it's like, do we really need to know the backstory of everybody?
No. Especially Joker.
Yeah.
I don't care. He could tell me the real story right on the screen, but then turn around and tell the fake one, and it doesn't matter because he's the Joker. It doesn't matter.
The only thing that's more annoying than that is, I think it was very recently, in the last couple of years, in the comics, they revealed that they find out that there isn't one Joker, there's multiple Jokers.
Oh, I don't like that.
That's why they look so different in different iterations. It's because there's actually multiple ones. Talk about... I mean, I know there was a lot of people that hated it, but I really hated it.
Multiverse.
Oh, it wasn't even that. It's not even a multiverse. They are existing in the one universe. Multiple different versions of them.
It's the multiverse of Jokers, though.
So they had a picture in the one. I mean, if you don't know about this, look this up and you'll find it. In one panel, they have the one that's the newest version where it's like, it was almost like the Jared Leto version, kind of, where it's like the shaved side of his head and it's slicked back on top. You have the Cesar Romero version. You have the Jack Nicholson version, and they're all like in the same. It's like, oh, these are different guys, but they're all the different Jokers. It's because there's many different Jokers. And I'm like, oh,
no, because then you get in that copycat territory, and it's like Joker loses his scariness.
His appeal.
The more
as
you
a
find
villain.
out, the less scary he is.
Yeah.
The more human he is, but that's not what makes him interesting.
Yeah, I don't like that one bit. I choose to not believe that.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Well, maybe we'll eventually get around to doing Batman Returns. We'll have to see.
Such a happy movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't like seeing Danny DeVito walk around with little webbed hands.
Biting people's noses off.
Yep.
God, I saw that movie in a theater when I was 8, and I think it traumatized me.
I would imagine
That might
so.
explain my love of horror.
Possible.
Hey.
It's very possible.
1992. So 3 years after.
Mm-hmm. Might need something a little stronger than beer to talk through that episode.
Might. Very therapeutic for you.
Oh, yeah. Let's talk about a movie where kids throw their child in the sewer.
Right. Little Mr. Cobblepot.
Because the child eats a cat.
Oh, yeah.
Taken in by penguins.
Can't even say it with a straight face.
Right. It's like Jungle Book or something.
Yeah, just at a zoo or something.
Right.
Well, they do at the end come crashing up through the Arctic exhibit in the zoo.
Yep.
How timely.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you never know what we'll end up doing in the future. But I know we do have the next few episodes lined out, but you're going to have to stay tuned for that.
Mm-hmm. No spoilers on that one.
No. But in the meantime, if you did enjoy Batman 1989, let us know. Share this episode and past episodes with your friends. We're available pretty much anywhere podcasts can be found, whether that's Spotify or Pocket Cast or Apple Podcast or whatever it is that Google's calling their podcast service now. Stitcher. It's pretty much everywhere.
Yep.
Overcast. Every podcast app, I believe, would have it. Maybe even coming soon to, I know Amazon and something. It's either Amazon or Audible as a way to get the podcasts on there now. So everybody's wanting to get in the podcast space.
It's a good space to be.
It is. It's fun. That's why we do it, because we have fun.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's about the only reason we do it.
And in person, it's even more fun.
Yes.
Yes. So that pretty much does it for me for this episode. I don't know if anybody else wants to drop any more of their Little bits and pieces? No?
Nope.
All right. Well, that does it for Batman 1989 on the Back to the Past podcast. We will talk to you next time when we get back from the past. But first, here's Billy D. Williams and Colt 45.
Billy D. Williams talks about Colt 45.
There are 2 rules to remember if you want to have a good time. Rule number 1, never run out of Colt 45. Rule number 2, never forget rule number 1. You want to know why you should keep plenty of Colt 45 on hand? You never know when friends might show up. I don't claim you can have a better time with Colt 45 than without it. But why take chances?
The power of Colt 45. It works every time.
Delta Airlines just turned 100 and is already shaping the next century of flight with the Delta Sustainable Skies Lab. Here, they're building the future of flight. Think electric air taxis and next-gen aircraft aiming to cut fuel burn significantly. And this isn't just future talk. Today, their fleet of Boeing 737s have marine-like finlets designed to reshape airflow that reduces drag. The future of travel is more sustainable, and Delta's leading the way. Learn more at delta.com/sustainability.